we made.
196 balls, nigga, we ball different. Check stats, we scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. Yeah. I'm the 96 Bulls, nigga, we ball different. Check stats, we scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. I want back-to-back the Maybachs, boy, we was born winners. I like Louis V's with the hat to match with the foreign denims. They said couple million on the tape, boy, you know we gon' get it. I just want the bad cash longer than the phone did. I can see it, I can feel it, nigga, my palms itch. If it's take the cash bust the baddie, come lately I've been fucking up a check. Hoops, I made a mess, make a hater stress. Ball so hard, I think I damn that broke a sweat. I remember long days and them long nights turn to big plays. Got the block jumping on a Friday. It's a car lot in my driveway. Whoa, the bigger the load, the bigger the check. Niggas screaming 10-4, it's a bet. I been going hard, niggas to the sweat. I had to boss up and going flex, boy. Do the dash to the money. Bet 100, shoot 100, that's gas money. On the highway, doing 120. Couple bands on me, that's fast money. Maneuver them back streets. Race to it like a track meet. The smell of blues would attract me. Ballin' hard, but playing to win. I'm 10 for 10 and shit like a free throw. Put blood, sweat in this head. Yeah, days are broken, the real for real. Got people depending on me. Jump out of the Mozzie, I'm right in the bin. So pillows, they sleeping on me. Didn't expect for me to do it big. Monte Morris with the work. If they talking about commas, then I want some more. I can't be sitting in broke conversations. Time is money, no sense in us wasting it. Boy, I'm the 96 Bulls, nigga, we ball different. Check stats, we scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. I want back-to-back the Maybachs, boy, we was born winners. I like Louis V's with the hat to match with the foreign denims. They said couple million on the tape, boy, you know we gon' get it. I just want the bad cash longer than the phone did. I can see it, I can feel it, nigga, my palms itch. If it's take the cash bust the baddie, come on with it. I really ball, you niggas be dribbling through the snow. I was scuffing up my Timberlands, getting to it like I got the juice. Woo, still got the dirt on my boots. Woo, residue under my nails, some scales and bales, some shipping and packaging. I said we ball regardless, being broke. Let me start in heartless. I want to bring straight back it in. Tell if the Louis store about they go back again. Like look here, we back again. I want everything dressed on a mannequin. Full sprints and these red bottoms, my appetite. I got a rich feel. My brat say she want this and that. We turn the check into a rich bill. Like fuck what it costs. Yeah, we want it all, including the stars. Yeah, live for the day to get paid. Fuck up what truck come tomorrow. Yeah, call it big bag alert. Mask on, mask off. Fucking up the dishes in the kitchen. Looking like Verlander when I'm pinching. Ball so hard, this shit crazy. We want some more, Been going hard like 10 days straight. At the dinner table, need a bigger plate. I was small time and had to switch gears. Now I run up the score. Check. In the past, I was down bad. Now I'm here to get my lick back, boy. I'm the 96 Bulls, nigga, we ball different. Check stats, we scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. I want back-to-back the Maybachs, boy, we was born winners. I like Louis V's with the hat to match with the foreign denims. They said couple million on the tape, boy, you know we gon' get it. I just want the bad cash longer than the phone did. I can see it, I can feel it, nigga, my palms itch. If it's take the cash bust the baddie, come on with it. 196 Bulls. Nigga, we ball different. We scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. I say I'm the 96 Bulls, nigga, we ball different. Check the stats, we scoring different, nigga, Jordan Pippen. Back-to-back the Maybachs, boy, we was born winners. I like Louis V's with the hat to match with the foreign denims.
What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm talking about? When you come in the building, smash on that like button and let's go. You know what I'm saying? We back for another one. Salute to everybody in the building. My man, Smooth Grove Boxing, straight from that Oak Cliff. Aaron L, what's happening with it? My man, Batman in the building, what's happening with it? James off in the building. Aaron L, Mike Ryan, my man DP Rocker in the building. What's happening with it? And y'all do me a favor. The link that I got right here in the chat, make sure that y'all go click on that link. The link that I just put in the chat, go click on that link and go You know what I'm saying? Go sub to that video, and then after this show, go watch the video. You know what I'm saying? Let's get my little cousin views up. You know what I'm saying? Go sub to the link that I just put in the chat. Do me that favor and hit the like button while y'all let it. Yeah, so click on that link that I just put in the chat, and yes, sir. Paul Brown, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. We got another one. So yeah, all y'all go run that video up for me. Make sure that y'all run the video up. Go click on the link and sub to that. Sub to my little cuz channel. Let's run up his video after we get off of here. And so yeah, salute to everybody in the building. We got another great one. We got another great show coming up. Another great show coming up. The fans corner, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. So yeah, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. Lot to talk about. First thing I want to talk about, I ain't gonna waste no time. We in here. Let's get it popping. The first thing I want to talk about is Luis Ortiz being ordered to fight Philip Hrgović. And I've been talking about Philip Hrgović on my channel for a while. I've been telling y'all he's a dangerous heavyweight. I think he's from Croatia. I was talking about him yesterday. I've been talking about him for a few years, though. Excuse me. I've been talking about Philip Hrgović for a few years. And he is a dangerous heavyweight. Now, Luis Ortiz just stepped out of the ring on Saturday. And now they're giving Luis Ortiz 3 days to let them know if he's going to fight Philip Hrgović for a final IBF eliminator. And that's all good, but I was under the assumption that Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz was already fighting for an eliminator. I thought they was already fighting for an eliminator. So I don't know what's going on, but Philip Hrgović is dangerous. And I kind of see what they're trying to do to Luis Ortiz. They're trying to throw him out there with the wolves now, in talking about he got to go through another final eliminator, to where I thought he was already supposed to be fighting Charles Martin for a final eliminator. So I don't really know what that's about. It's a dangerous fight for Luis Ortiz. You dig what I'm saying? And my man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman in the building. What's happening with it? Grind Hard Sports Nation. What's happening with it? Salute. Rolling Red. What's happening with it? Y'all smash the like button. Yeah, so man, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that, bro. Because it's like you just told that man that he was fighting Charles Martin for a final eliminator. And then he come out on top and he shows some vulnerability. Now you want to put him in another final eliminator. So I wasn't really feeling that. I like the fight, but why? And I talked about this yesterday, right? I said, I don't want to see Luis Ortiz have to go up against a young, hungry lion, right? And I mentioned Philip Hrgović. I said, I don't want to see him have to fight no Philip Hrgović. And it's crazy because a day after I was talking about that was one of the fights I didn't want to have to see him in, they come out with the news talking about that he's basically, he going to have to fight Philip Hrgović for another final eliminator. And it's not going to do anything at this stage Luis Ortiz's career, like it's fucked up for him to have to go through this stage of his career. That ain't gonna do nothing for him. He go out and he beat Philip Hrgović, but he's not too known. People just gonna be like, oh, well, you know, he hadn't proved nothing yet, even though he's a dangerous opponent. But people just gonna be like, he ain't proved nothing yet. Then what they gonna do after that? Make him fucking sit around and wait for a title shot for 2 years? Be the mandatory for 2 years? You know? And then if he get beat by Philip Hrgović, that's it. He 43 years old. He'll be 43 in March. So I don't really like how they doing him. You know, I really don't like how they doing him. If you're going to give that man a title shot, give him a title shot. Fuck all these final eliminators. You know, I ain't really feeling all of that. You know, with boxing change and they move the goalposts how they want to move the goalposts. You know, you just told this man he was fighting in the final eliminator with Charles Martin. Now you move the goalposts and tell the man you got 3 days to tell us if you're going to fight in another final eliminator. Like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. Definitely not feeling that. But depending on what Luis Ortiz does and what his decision is, he's in a tough spot. He's in a tough spot because Philip Hrgović is a dangerous opponent. He got power. He's big as hell. Got range. Got good boxing ability. Like that's a dangerous fight. And if he catches Luis Ortiz, he's probably gonna sleep him. You don't see none of these other heavyweights rushing to the motherfucking you know what I'm saying, rushing to the door to the ring to get in there with Philip Hrgović. You really don't. You haven't heard no other heavyweight call out Philip Hrgović. He's dangerous. You know, we got these up and coming heavyweights that's coming in the game now. And I think the young heavyweights that we got coming in the game now, I think they, you know, they're more talented than the heavyweights that we had coming in the game, you know, in the past 10 years. You know, before Deontay Wilder came in the heavyweight division, as far as American heavyweights, we was at an all-time low for years. Wilder came in and he basically put the heavyweight division back on the map as far as American heavyweight boxing. Before Wilder, it was bad. I mean, we was clinging on to guys that we wanted to be superstars, but they just wasn't that. I don't know. Grindhard Sports Nation says Jared Anderson. Yeah, Jared won't smoke with everybody. Jared, that don't surprise me, Grindhard. Jared won't, but other than that, you're not hearing nobody call that dude out. But before Wilder, y'all gotta think. We was praying and wishing and hoping that Seth Miller, if y'all remember who Seth, I think his name was Seth Miller. I think that's who his name was. You know what I'm saying? We was hoping dudes like Seth Miller and all of them was gonna be good heavyweights, and he was trashing. You know what I'm saying? Before that, we had when Mike Tyson was leaving out the game, and Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis and them was leaving out. We had dudes like what's his name? ATN. What's his name? ATN, the bald-headed dude that got knocked out by Mike Tyson. Chris Bird was a little bit before that. Boxing Dwayne Freeman. Chris Bird was kind of like in the Mike Tyson back in Holyfield. Like he was, I'm talking about after that. I'm talking about after Chris Bird and after, you know, we had, like I said, we had Seth, what's his name? Let me think. Seth Mitchell. We had dudes like Seth Mitchell and Clifford ATN and you know, dudes like that, and they was all, you know what I'm saying, they was all pretty much bust. And then Wilder came in, and I'm not finna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all because we had been waiting for American heavyweight to come around for a long time, and they was all bust. And I'm pretty much talking about the Black American heavyweight fighter, right? They was all bust, and then Wilder come along, and I see this young, tall dude that's knocking out everybody, right? He's wild at times, and I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm like, man, he probably gonna be another bust. I felt that way. I was like, man, this dude, yeah, he knocking out all these dudes. He gonna, because I followed Wilder, throughout the Olympics, and then he came in, and I was like, yeah, he probably just gonna be another bust. But I always watched him, and I was a huge Wilder fan, but I didn't really believe in him until he went and he beat Vermaine. And Vermaine Stavern was another one. Vermaine Stavern, he had came through, but to me, I never felt that Vermaine Stavern could beat like a Klitschko or nobody like that, right? So I felt that it was just a matter of time before somebody got a hold of Vermaine Stavern and beat his ass, right? And so Wilder, but I thought that Vermaine Stavern was a solid heavyweight. I just didn't think that he was good enough to beat a Klitschko. But then Wilder came and he got to fight with Vermaine Stavern. And I said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm Deontay Wilder's biggest fan. Real talk. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I felt that Wilder was gonna lose to Vermaine Stavern when they first fought. Because it's just, I don't know. I didn't have no belief in the American heavyweight at that point in time. And Vermaine Stavern, he had, he was a little proven. He was the dude that people thought like, damn, Vermaine Stavern, like, you know what I'm saying? He beat Chris Arreola. We was like, okay, he might be able to do a little something. And I didn't think Wilder was gonna beat him. I really didn't. I could sit up here and lie to y'all because I'm a big, huge Wilder fan and say, yeah, I believe he's gonna beat Vermaine Stavern, but I didn't. I didn't think he was gonna beat Vermaine Stavern, and I lost my money. I bet my partner, and it's funny because my partner that bet me, he's now one of the biggest Deontay Wilder haters. Me and him argue about anything that got to do with Wilder, and he a huge Wilder hater. And I lost my money because he bet on Stavern. And so after that, I was like, yeah, Wilder made me believe after that. You know what I'm saying? He really made me believe. But if you go back to the way that Wilder fought back then and before, like the way that he fought all the way till like I say 2017, he fought with a lot more skills than he uses now. Just go back to the first Vermaine Stavern fight. He had head movement. He was getting his head off the line. He had a great jab that he used constantly. He had body work. He did a lot of things back then that he stopped doing. But yeah, anyways, Wilder took the American heavyweight division and he carried it on his back and he took it to a whole nother level. Before that, we was down, you know what I'm saying? We was down and out in the dirt for a minute. Shit, y'all remember Seth Mitchell? Everybody was acting like Seth Mitchell. He's from Michigan. Seth Mitchell, he was I think he played with the Spartans, Michigan State, and he became a boxer. Everybody was, wishing and praying that Seth Mitchell was gonna be the next big heavyweight, and he was a bust, along with a lot of other ones. But yeah, so just to take y'all back on memory lane, to let y'all know what the heavyweight division was in America before Wilder came on the scene. And what's happening with it? Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What it do? Off in the building. What's good with it, Knockout? And I'll probably drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link, and I'm gonna let two others get up on here with me if you want to cook. I'm gonna drop the link. Only 2 people because I ain't really got that long to be on here. So I'll have like a full panel on days that I can be on here for a long time. But when I drop links and everybody get on, that shit, it takes up a lot of time on the show. So I'll drop a link later on and let two of y'all want to get up here and cook for sure. And what's happening with it, Coach, in the building? Yeah, so anyway, like I said, they're giving Luis Ortiz 3 days to come out and say if he's gonna fight Philip Hrgović for a title eliminator. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, from what I see in Philip Hrgović being a young, hungry lion, he got power, got a lot of the necessary tools to beat pretty much, anybody at that top level he's looking like. Now, he hasn't fought a top level of opponent right now, but I'm worried for Ortiz if he take this fight. I'm telling y'all, I'm worried for Ortiz if he take this fight. So I don't know. That is a fight that I want to see. I want to see Luis Ortiz versus Ortiz. Fucking the fat Ortiz. I want to see the Cuban Ortiz versus the fat Ortiz. That's what I mean. Ruiz, not Ortiz. Ruiz. I want to see Andrew Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. That's what I want to see. Knockout says that's messed up. They doing Ortiz like that. He says his fight with Charles. Hold on, it skipped on me. He says his fight with Charles Martin was the title eliminator. Now he got to fight another eliminator. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, man. That's what I've been saying. I want to see Andrew Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. But Andrew Ruiz been ducking Luis Ortiz for a long time now. That fight was supposed to be happening, along with a lot of these other dudes. But y'all hit my like button. You in the building, smash on the like button, hit the like button. Let me see what else. Hold on. Now, in other news, you got Montana, right? You got Montana Love. Montana Love has been calling out. He wants to have a fight with Teofimo Lopez. He wants to fight Montana Love wants to fight Teofimo Lopez. He's been calling out Teofimo Lopez. He put on his Instagram him against Teofimo Lopez, and he say, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And that's a solid fight. That's a solid fight. I would like to see that fight. Love to see that fight. I love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? A solid fight for both fighters. To me, it's a 50-50 fight. Montana Love versus Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds is a great fight. It's actually a fight I would actually pay to see. It's a fight I'll pay to see. And it's a 50-50 fight. Montana Love is a hell of a solid fighter. Teofimo Lopez is a solid fighter. Montana Love ain't the most disciplined fighter in the world. If you come in 4 pounds overweight, that shows me that you're not the most disciplined fighter in the world. And Montana Love, he got a history of doing shit like that. He has a history of missing weight. So I like that fight. I like that fight. I'm telling y'all. You can't just look over Teofimo Lopez and think that he'll beat Montana Love. I like that fight. I like that fight a lot. Juan Ramos say he got Montana Love if he can make the weight. The boxing section, TBS, Kyle in the building. Yeah, and make sure that Kyle, I'm gonna have to get that from you too. I'm gonna inbox you after this. Kyle is just dropped his his documentary. He just dropped his documentary. Y'all make sure it's only $7. Y'all make sure that y'all click on the link. And make sure that y'all go show love and support. And once again, also, I just put a link in, right? Also, the link that I put up right there, it's on the screen. Y'all go click on the link and y'all go show my cuz some love. Go sub to his channel, watch his video after this, and let's run the video numbers up. Let's run his video numbers up. My little cousin, he go hard. That's the video that I played on the intro. But the thing is, right, if Teofimo Lopez goes straight to 140 pounds and he has to fight somebody like Montana Love, does he keep his daddy in the camp? That's what most people want to know. Do we keep his pops in the camp, or does he get rid of his pops? And y'all smash on my like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, make sure that you smash on the like button. Make sure that y'all smash on my like button. That's the thing I want to know. You know, does he stick with his pops? It looked like that he may be sticking with his pops. We ain't heard him say nothing about making no type of coaches change. And I really think he's going to stick with his pops. I think that he's going to stick with his pops because you know why? They make it every excuse in the world to why he lost instead of just coming out and keeping it real with themselves and saying, you know, hey, we lost. You know, we need to get better, but they don't believe that. They trying to make themselves believe that they lost because of a heart condition, of motherfucking injury, all type of shit. That's what makes me think that he's still gonna stick with his father. His father ain't going nowhere, and that's gonna be the downfall of his career. Is him sticking with his father is gonna be one of the downfalls of his career, because if he think he gonna campaign at 130 pounds, 140 pounds, right, and be successful, that's gonna be a downfall in his career. Because yeah, Montana Love, he might be able to beat Montana Love with his pops in his corner. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard fight to pick. He might be able to beat Montana Love at 140, but hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. He can't fuck with no Josh Taylor or who else, or Regis Prograis or none of them. Montana Love, to me, he still got to show me a few things, you know, because yeah, he beat Baranchek, but we seen Baranchek had already been beat. Baranchek has problems with boxers. So, you know, I mean, that was a good win, but Baranchek has problems with boxers. He's one-dimensional. He got slow feet. And we seen that. So I ain't going to sit here and just act like Montana Love is the best thing, you know, since sliced bread because he beat Baranchek and knocked out Baranchek. Like Baranchek had never been beat before. So, you know, I like Montana Love, but I'm not just going to bet the house on Montana Love yet. But that's a tough fight for Teofimo Lopez if he gonna fight Montana Love coming straight up to 140 pounds. I don't see them taking no fight like that, though. I really don't. I don't see Bob Arum letting it happen. I think if he going up to 140, I think Bob Arum gonna have him fight a top-ranked guy. You know, I could see him fighting a Zepeda or a Barbosa, like one of them, a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? I can see him fighting somebody like that to let him get his feet wet first at 140 pounds. Also, Bob Arum would want to see how well and how good Teofimo Lopez is at 140 before he do put him in there with a Montana Love. I don't see that fight happening right off the rip. And we still ain't even heard none from Teofimo Lopez. We still ain't heard nothing from him. And also, like Skinny Too Litty say, he got them belts from Loma, and he got his and it got to his head. Yeah, you know, we seen how he was acting. Dude was walking around like his shit don't stink, like he was the king of the world, like he was pretty much acting like that he had accomplished everything that he needed to accomplish in his career. He was pretty much acting like he had a 15-year career. It had beat everybody, and it wasn't nothing else for him to do. Like real shit. He won one big fight against Vasyl Lomachenko, and you couldn't tell him shit after that. That's pretty much how he was acting. Um, 503 Line, what's happening with it? Salute to 503 in the building. What's good with it? Make sure that y'all go sub to my man Boxing Matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Make sure that y'all go, like I told y'all before, go sub to the Boxing Section TBS and hit his link. And you know what I'm saying, make sure that y'all go buy his documentary. And also, my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Make sure that y'all go sub to him. And then go sub to 503 Lion. Knockout Boxing says, look at the standard we held Crawford to when he moved up to 140 to 147. I expect Teofimo Lopez. He says, I expect Teofimo Lopez to fight the best at 140, just like expect Crawford to do the same. Well, as far as Crawford, I don't really think people really had too high expectations of Crawford when he moved to 140 pounds, just being honest. Now at 147, yeah, but not at 130, not at 140, because when you look, when Crawford came to 140, the division was so weak, it wasn't really nothing to expect out of him. Y'all got to think, when Crawford came to 140, the division was hella weak. Wasn't nobody screaming for Crawford to fight no big names at 140 because Danny Garcia had moved up. You know what I'm saying? Lucas Matisse already had got beat. It wasn't really nobody, but they was trying to make fucking Victor Postol. He was supposed to be the big thing at 140, and he hadn't really proved nothing. So I mean, I can't agree with you on that at 140 pounds because nobody was just clamoring like, oh, Crawford needs to do this. And he moving up. Crawford kind of moved up to 140 pounds quietly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a quiet move up. No, I don't really think nobody was anticipating. Like, we want to see Crawford at 140. Now, when he came to 147, it was a different story because he kind of immediately linked his name to Keith Thurman, and then people kind of immediately put him with Errol Spence, you know. And I said people put him with Errol Spence because he didn't put himself with Errol Spence when he came to the division. But he kind of linked himself to, you know, Keith Thurman and names like that when he came to 147. But at 140, wasn't really no smoke like that out there for him. It wasn't really no big names at 147 that people was screaming for. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like I said, it was pretty much a quiet move up. I don't remember myself at the time, or I don't remember nobody else really, you know what I'm saying, saying, man, we can't wait till Crawford go to 140 because it was kind of a quiet move up. It wasn't really nobody there too much like that. Hey, Roland Red said, stop hate. He said, we all wanted Bud versus Bro from Africa. He talking about Ndongo. He crazy as hell. But nah, and that ain't no shot at Terrence Crawford. I mean, shit, that ain't his fault. The division was weak. It was just weak. Knockout Boxing says, I was saying when Crawford moved up as the former undisputed champion from 140 to 147. Okay, yeah. Y'all, yeah. I dig what you're saying. And I want to see Teofimo Lopez in there with the best. So don't get it wrong. I want to see him fight Montana Love. I want to see him go in there against the best as soon as he hit the division. But what I'm saying is that he got a promoter, and I don't think that Bob Arum is going to throw him in there with the motherfucking dogs straight off the rip. Now, we need to demand, I get what Knockout saying that we as fans, and we need to look at him and demand the same thing from him that we demanded Terrence Crawford when he moved from 140 to 147, that we demand any other fighter that, you know, got all the belts and then they move up to another weight division. Yeah, no doubt. Definitely. You feel me? No doubt. Money Brown TV in the building. What's happening with it? Salute. My brother's keeper in the building. What's happening? Hamilton Steel. What's good with it? 817. What's happening with it? My man KG in the building. What's good with it, KG? What's happening with it? Yeah, so I ain't, you know, and y'all hit the like button, you know, because they don't be sending my notifications out no more lately. So like that, like they supposed to. So yeah, make sure that y'all hit the like button. At least hit the like button. So yeah. So you know, I want to see him in there with the best. Especially he talk all that loud, tough shit. You know, Teofimo Lopez talk all that loud shit. His daddy said it was the takeover. They come and they take his daddy said they took over 135 and they were gonna take over 140. So yeah, show me what you're gonna take over. Show me what you're gonna do. That's it. Show me. Now, what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna get into the main topics. Now we finna cook on Gervonta Tank Davis. We're going to cook on Jamal Charlo. And we're going to cook on Ryan Lion Garcia, right? Because it's 2022. To me, it's put up or shut up time for those fighters. These are the fighters that I want to talk about today. You know, 2022 got to be big. And when I say big, I mean big names, big fights. For those three fighters, we're going to talk about them, right? We're going to talk about what should they be doing in 2022 and what do we want to see them do in 2022. The wait is over. The wait needs to be over. So I'm going to drop the link. And like I said, I'm only dropping 2 links. So if you want to, only 2 people can get on today. So if you want to cook, grab a link and jump on here and we could cook. You know, but that's what we're gonna be talking about. You feel me? That's what we're gonna be talking about. So, my bad. I dropped the long, but the link that I did click. Make sure that y'all sub to my cousin music channel. Sub to his channel and watch the video and run his shit up. My bad, but I dropped the wrong link in there. Let me get y'all the right link. Hold on. Let me get y'all the right link. Hold on. There's the link. There we go. So once again, if you want to grab a link, I'm only letting 2 people up here today because I can't be on here for no 4 hours. If you want to grab a link, so the link is in the chat. My man 503, there we go. Yes, sir. What's happening with y'all?
Oh man, chilling, bro. Appreciate you having me up here, man. Salute 503. What up, chat? Everybody, man. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. What up with it? 503.
Salute with it, bro. What's good with it? Knockout. Salute to the chat, man. Y'all got subscribe to my channel too. Click that link that's in the chat if y'all ain't subscribed, man. What's up with it, Keith?
What's happening
Happy
with
New
y'all?
Year,
What's
man.
happening with it? So yeah, so man, we gonna cook. We gonna cook on these situations, man. I guess the first fighter I'm gonna cook on is, let's do Jamal Charlo first, man. Let's do Jamal Charlo. So it's 2022, you know, and for Jamal Charlo, he's been in the 160-pound division. Let me pull it up, and if y'all know right off the rip, let me know. Let me pull up Jamal Charlo. How long has he been at 160? Because it's been a minute now. Hold on, Jamal Charlo.
Yeah, if I was to think right off the bat, I would say probably 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it's going on 5 years. It'll be 5 years in July. He's been there 4.5 years. He's been at 160, bro.
Yeah, Sebastian. So Jorge Sebastian, right? So we rounded up 5 years, right? Basically, he's been in the division for 5 years now, right? This year will be 5 years that he's been 160 pounds, that he's been in the middleweight division, right? And his resume is real lackluster at 160, right? We talk about Canelo. We talk about I ain't even gonna say his name because I don't fuck with him at all. But so let's just skip over him. We talk about Canelo. We talk about a lot of other fighters at 160. And you know, when you've been in the division for 5 years, 4 years, we start demanding you fight one of these big names. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cross out Little G, because I'm pretty sure that everybody really see that fight ain't gonna never happen. When a man comes on several occasions and say that he's never gonna fight you, right? And then he moves and shows you that he's never gonna fight you, well, that fight ain't gonna happen. So let's X that out. You know what I'm saying? If they're not, because the thing is, they pretty much let Lil G do what he wants to. You never seen them order Little G to fight nobody. You dig what I'm saying? You never seen them order and say, maybe they might have ordered him to fight what's his name? The white dude that get every chance in the world that Jamal Charlo fought.
Gervonta.
Yeah.
I think that they ordered Lil G to fight Dervianchenko, but other than that, you don't see them forcing Lil G's hand. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them forcing him to do shit. So they're not going to ever force him to fight Jamal Charlo. He pretty much can, go over there and pick bombs and do what he want to do. So let's X that out. Ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. Let's X that out. And we got we got Jaime Munguia. He won't fight Jamal Charlo. I ain't really never seen. I mean, I've heard Jamal Charlo mention him, but Jamal Charlo ain't really been on his helmet like that neither. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, calling him out and really been on his helmet, right?
Right.
So that pretty much, we don't see that taking place, right? They talked about him and Chris Eubank fighting for a minute. That's a solid fight to me. I would love to see that fight. That's a fight, and that's one fight I would love to see. Him against Chris Eubank, So saying all of that, it's fights out there for Jamal Charlo. We got Demetrius Andrade, right? I mean, you can continue to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight him because he's a horrible fighter," or "I'm not gonna fight him because he did bad business with my brother," and I understand that. But that shit was, 6, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And Demetrius Andrade has a world title. Now, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be unified or want to get close to being undisputed, you can't do it while Demetrius Andrade got a belt. And to me, you can't continue to hold on to what happened between your brother, because now that is just an excuse. It's an excuse now, because now, right? you know that you with Al Heyman and he's with Eddie Hearn. So it ain't really nothing for Demetrius Andrade that he can pull on you like he did before. He got a promoter now. If he pull out, you're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? If he pulls out and does some shit, like he's going to get paid regardless because you with Al Heyman and he's with Eddie Hearn, so the business is going to be done right. So you continue to use that as an excuse not to fight him. So that's another opponent. Like I said, we heard about you and Chris Eubank was supposed to fight. I don't know what happened to that, but I ain't really never heard you call out Chris Eubank like that. That's another fight I would love to see. You got, let's see, and I'm talking about at 160. Let me see who else at 160, y'all.
You can't forget about Murata too, bro. His bitch ass. A lot of niggas always blaming Charlo and Andrade, but Murata got that belt, bro, in Japan, and he ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Murata's another one that I put in the end. Murata is another fighter that, I'm putting them fighters in different categories, right? Because those are fighters that I don't even talk about because they some bitches. They want Murata ain't gonna fight like Murata. They let him hold the belt. Triple G, the same thing, and motherfucking Jaime Munguia. Them three dudes, they're in a whole different category. You know what I'm saying? They're in a whole different category because those are fights that I'm not going to put on Jamal Charlo because them dudes, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to fight, right? So what I'm focusing on now is fights that can be made that if you're willing to, they're also willing to. You dig what I'm saying? So we got Demetrius Andrade. He willing to make that fight with you. His promoter is willing to make that fight, but you're not willing. So that is a fight we want to see. Now with Chris Eubank, I want to see that fight too. So it's some fights out there for Jamal Charlo that I would love to see in 2022. And if you can't get those fights at 160, you need to move up and we need to see you in the big fight at 168. The time is up. It ain't no more waiting around. We don't want to see you in there with no more Montiels or none of them type of opponents. To me, it's A class or no class. A class or no class. You had enough time. So 160, 168, whatever it is, it's your time to fight a big name. Time is up. And that's just how I see that shit for Jamal Charlo right now. I'm going to move to you, knockout. And what's your take on that?
Man, I agree with pretty much everything you said. And, like, the names you giving out, like Chris Eubank Jr. already got a fight. He fighting Liam Williams, the guy that gave Demetrius Andrade a tough fight. And they fighting in February. So if you Charlo, bro, it's either Andrade or move up. And I've been saying that. And Charlo supporters, and I'm a supporter of his here in Texas, but we just got to keep it real. He's to the point, he's been in this division since 2017. He's to the point where if you're not going to fight another champion, bro, if you're not going to fight one of the best, like who we going to get from you? Who we going to get from you? Because other than that, what you going to fight? You going to fight Janabek or some shit? Jaime Munguia won't get in the ring with you. Murata won't get in the ring with you. Triple G won't get in the ring with you, like you said. The only option is Demetrius Andrade to move up. And I don't like what I'm hearing. Like when I listen to these fighters, and I said this on this panel before, like I watch what they do and I really listen to what they say and I take them at their word. And Charlo just something off with him, bro. Something done changed to where I don't believe he really won't smoke like that no more, dog. To be 100% honest with y'all, like I'm hearing shit like, what I need to fight him for, I'm already rich. That's the type of shit I'm hearing from him, bro. Or hey, you need to go get a vaccine to fight me. Just all kind of weird shit and getting into it with fans on Instagram drunk and trying to fight people and slap people at fights and shit. Like he just doing all kind of shit like he done lost his way as a fighter to me, bro. And so I'm honestly with him, I'm with wait and see. But if you ain't gonna fight another champion at 160, bro, it's time to move up to 168. And people's argument with him and Andrade is like, oh, if they move up, That's not guaranteeing them a Canelo fight. You ain't got to move up to 168 for Canelo, but how about go be champion in another division? How about opening up your resume a little bit and showing that you really one of the guys to beat? Like, what if you Charlo or you Andrade? What if you go beat Benavidez, who's still undefeated? Yeah, I'm tired of people saying, well, Benavidez don't bring nothing to the table. How not, bro? You can't say I'm tired of fighters saying it or fans of fighters saying shit like, well, this fighter don't bring nothing to the table when I just watch you fight Montiel, bro. And if you Demetrius Andrade, I just watch you fight Piggly Wiggly, bro. I just watch these fights. If Benavidez brought nothing to the table, what the hell they bring to the table, bro? How you fighting them? How they good enough to get a fight, but he can't get a fight with you, and he right there with the PBC. He right there, a Showtime fighter, calling for the smoke. So if you ain't gonna fight Andrade, that's his. To me, you gave him a couple of names like Eubank Jr. He already got a fight. The only fight I need from Charlo.
And I don't want to interrupt you, but let me say this.
No.
I knew that Eubank he has a fight coming up, but I'm talking about 2022. I wouldn't be mad with a Eubank Jr. if Eubank get past Liam. One of them fucking Liams, whoever he fighting next. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't either, bro. But my thing with these fighters, like, so what? So now you waiting on Chris Eubank? So you already ain't fought since like the summer of last year. So now you Jamal Charlo, the WBC champion, the A side, one of the men in the middleweight division. You to the point where we waiting on Chris Eubank now, bro? Like we waiting on his fight to get done, and you waiting on him to get ready. So. Nah, bro. Like I'm not. You need to be fighting in March or April or some shit your damn self, bro. So it's either Andrade or move up for me with him, man. Like I'm really, really disappointed as a fan of his and somebody that really thought he'd been done did more than he's already done by now. It's kind of off-putting and disappointing, man. But his only opponent at 160 got to be Andrade. If he ain't willing to fight Andrade, which he's showing that he's not, then I want to see him move up to 168 because PBC got a lot of smoke for him. Why not Caleb Plant or Bennett? Like, it's a lot of smoke at 168 right there in the PBC. So that's my thoughts on the whole situation for Charlo, man. He got some big fights he can make in 2022 if he really want to go get smoked like that. But his actions and his words are saying otherwise right now, bro.
Right. I agree with you. 503.
Man, this right here is a slippery slope subject for me, man. Cause like I say, I'm in Houston, bro. So I hear a lot of shit that motherfuckers really don't be knowing what the fuck be going on. Cause you know what I'm saying, me and Big Bro Stay Ready. We got ties to his camp. You know what I'm saying? We cool with Ronnie. I interviewed Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna interview him again. You know what I'm saying? In a couple, probably next month. Coach Gwen, Dominique Gwen, cool with him too. Real cool guy. So we privy to a lot of shit, man. But I'm gonna just say this, bro, and this was told to me yesterday. Charlo been in a real bad place personally. That's how I'm not gonna get into details on here, but I will tell you key behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? We could chop it up over the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put his business out there. But from what I heard, bro, Charlo been in a real bad place mentally, personally. And you can kind of tell something ain't right with bro, like Knockout was saying. And now, from what I heard, it's kind of all making sense. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlo got to get his head back right, bro, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because like this Charlo that I'm seeing, I have not seen that. Well, I didn't see that Charlo when I was at 154. And people ain't really been on YouTube that long or don't really remember. But like a couple years ago, bro, before like 2016, 2017, when both Charlo brothers was at 154, they were saying Maul was better than Mel.
No, I know you remember that. Bro,
yeah.
Like Maul, I fucked with Maul heavy. I thought Maul was gonna be like that next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You thought he was gonna be that nigga. Yeah,
big facts. When he was wrecking shit. Big facts, bro.
Right. So see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I knew something wasn't right with the Charlo, especially with him. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the shit that happened in San Antonio. You see him getting in trouble. He just been in a real bad place mentally, in my personal opinion. You see him slipping in his last fight. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. That Charlo who fought Montiel in Houston in June, if he go to 168 playing with Benavidez, bro, he fuck around and get knocked out. Not even much playing with you, bro. Like Charlo, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He didn't fell out. Miles
Well,
done fell out.
and I don't
You
want to.
understand?
I hate to interrupt you, but so you mentioned that we saw against Montiel, right? So
Yeah.
me and Money, we was having a dialogue on the phone one time, and we
Right.
was debating like we do. And I said, okay, bet Money. I said, let's sit down and let's watch the Jamal Charlo and Derevyanchenko fight because I was trying to tell him that Jamal Charlo started having a lot of problems, kind of towards the end round, like kind of towards probably like 8, 9, somewhere on the back end half of the fight. And Derevyanchenko was touching up Jamal Charlo a lot. So I saw some of the same things in the later half of the Derevyanchenko fight that I saw in the Montiel fight.
Right. It's like this, bro. It's like Knockout said, man. He got that I'm already rich mentality, bro. And you can't be playing around, bro, with these fighters in boxing. Like Charlo, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He ain't as hungry as he once was, bro. That's the problem. Now, like I say, bro, from what I'm hearing, and I've been telling you this for the longest, bro. I'm hearing he gonna fight Adamas next. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna get a big fight for him, I don't know, bro. I don't even care. I don't even know if Charlo really care about it no more, bro. Be honest with you. I know what Mel trying to do. I don't know what Mile on. I don't know what he on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look up on Instagram, him and his wife, you know what I'm saying? They on vacation somewhere. They drinking. You know what I'm saying? He living a family life, bro. He not living a fighter's life. You feel me? And that's really where I'm at with it, bro. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because he's from my city, and I started my channel because of them. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I don't really see nothing big coming out of 2022 for Jamal Charlo. And I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, bro. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I don't see it, bro. I just don't. I see what Mel doing. You see Mel, you go to Mel Instagram, Mel posts pictures and he in the gym training. You go to my Instagram, you see Mile, he on vacation, he partying. You know what I'm saying? You go to his wife's Instagram, they drinking, they partying. So you tell me what that mean, man.
And to add on to that, it's like we were saying, man, Mel was better. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Mel was better than Maul. And people was calling Mel, you know what I'm saying, Lil Charlo, and that Lil Charlo was a lot more than he just bigger than you. People was looking at Mel like he the big dog. You behind him. And Mel, he used to get real aggravated with that. And he worked himself to the level to be better than his brother. You know what I'm saying? His brother, Jamal actually let Mel pass him. He let that happen. His brother outworked him and he passed him.
Yeah, I feel like it's clear that if you like, and I know we all really we know we study boxing and we know it, but and I don't want to speak for y'all, but it's clear to me that naturally, like athleticism, Jamal Charlo is clearly bigger, stronger, and faster than Jamal Charlo. Jamal just works harder, bro. It's just that simple. And so when they were younger in their career, I believe that's why he was known as Big Charlo, because you could see from a power perspective, he's always been the power puncher. He's always been the one that was just naturally turn your lights out and shit. Jermell started off as a boxer, bro. It's like his shit. He got his power once he started fighting better competition and his punch place got better. And now he's starting to really wreck shit. But Big Charlo, Jamal, he was the one that was known. He was the one that was known and people thought could really come in here and wreck some shit just because he was always naturally bigger and stronger. That was always pretty clear to me. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree, but
right.
That's what I thought looking at him, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like this, bro. Because I've been watching the Charlos for a long time. They used to say, "Oh, he the power puncher and all that, and Mel is the boxer." Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Jamal was looking more impressive for a long time. Jamal was the one that was looking more impressive. He was making a lot more noise than Mel was, and he had, you know what I'm saying, a head start, and he let Mel just come and pass him. He let that shit happen,
keep it
bro.
real, like keep it real. Jamal Charlo was the one that maybe made Julian J. Rock Williams chinny, bro. he probably the one that made him chinny, bro. He was wrecking shit all the way up until he came up the middleweight, bro.
Right, bro. So, you know, I mean, hopefully he can get it together, you know. But we don't want to see him fucked up doing bad. But I mean, hey, you got to do something this year. You got to. You did 2022. To me, it's the end of the road. How old they? What 30? What? How old is How old are them Charlos?
They like 31,
32.
32. Yeah, 31, 32. Right there around the same age. It's been and the last thing I'll say was really disappointing to me, man, about Charlo is like with the Demetrius Andrade shit, bro. Like this man kept your little brother from getting some money and he won't fight you, bro. I like, bro, you get to get back for your brother and get this bag and unify. Like, bro, you gotta take that fight, homie. Shit. You gotta take that fight, bro.
And what would it do for Jamal Charlo if he knocked out Demetrius Andrade and shut him the fuck up after all these years? And then the build up to that fight, how big would that build up to that fight be? And it's a unification bout. Come on, bro. You if you don't want that fight, if you don't want to, come on, you don't want to make no big fight like that. I'm starting to feel what 503 was saying. You might just be fucked up in the head like that. Your focus ain't really to be a great fighter no more.
Facts, bro. You saying that Andrade, because he said it, all the coaches still out there. They said Andrade don't bring shit to the table. Benavidez don't bring shit to the table. But I'm looking at your shit at 160. I see Montiel, Hogan, Adams, Korobov, like Centino and shit. Like, bro, you can't say that about these world champion undefeated fighters, and then we look at who you fighting, bro. The shit, it just don't add up, bro. It reeks of complacency, bro. It just does, fam.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so right now we got Jamal Charlo, you know, hey, 2022, he need to do something. He need to do something. Whether it's going to happen or not, we don't know, but he needs to do something, and it got to be a big name, whether it's at 160 or 168. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't no more passes. So now let's move on to Lion Ryan Garcia. 2022 for Lion Ryan Garcia. Now, the reason I put Lion Ryan Garcia in this category, right? Because he is young, and some people might say, well, Ryan Garcia, he's young. He still got a whole career, you know, ahead of him to show that he can have big fights and do great things in the sport, which is true. But when you've moved how he's moved, when you've pulled out of big fights and say you're going to do this and say you're going to do that, and then continue to pull out of fights, well, you put yourself in this category to where you don't have no more excuses. 2022, we want to see you in a big fight. You got to be in a big fight, win, lose, or draw with a big name. Now, we've been hearing Ryan Garcia name linked with Isaac Cruz, right? And to me, that's a big fight. Isaac Cruz, you know, he made a name out of himself with the Tank Davis fight. But we've been hearing that. And the news that we recently been hearing is that Isaac Cruz, his pops came out and was like, hey, yeah, we want to fight with Ryan Garcia. We want that shit, but only under one condition. If he pulls out, right? If he pulls out, I think they said that they still want to get paid.
That's exactly what they said.
Yeah, if he under one condition, that because he has a long history of pulling out of fights. Now, I had made a video about this a few weeks ago, and I said that Issa Cruz, that he needs to motherfucking leave Ryan Garcia alone. Don't let Ryan Garcia bait him into, making a fight, and then Ryan Garcia pull out. So I said, nah, I wouldn't even pay attention to Ryan Garcia if I was Issa Cruz, right? Isaac Cruz, Isak Cruz, or however, if I was Cruz. Now, they trying to put a stipulation that if he do pull out, hey, we still got to get paid. Now shit getting sticky because, see, Golden Boy trying to act like they want to fight. Ryan Garcia acting like they want to fight. But with that stipulation, if they really going to stand on their square and demand that stipulation, I don't see how the fight going to be made, because I don't think Golden Boy has enough. They don't believe that Ryan Garcia, is just going to go through and not pull out. What do you call it? I don't think they have enough faith in him. I don't think they have enough faith in Ryan Garcia to trust that he don't pull out. I don't think they have enough faith to put that shit in the contract, But Ryan Garcia, he need to fight somebody. I don't care if it's Tank Davis. I don't care if it's Isaac Cruz, if it's Devin Haney, if it's a Cambo. He need a big name. Ain't no more passes for Ryan Garcia. He ran out of all get out of jail free cards. That's it. We want to see him fight a big name in 2022. We see Teofimo Lopez. We seen him fight a big name. We seen Devin Haney. We've seen George Kambosos. We've seen Lomachenko. We've seen all these guys fought big names, but Ryan Garcia is still out there. He's still running his mouth, calling out all of the big names and pulling out of the fights. Ain't no more passes for Ryan Garcia in 2022. Straight up and down. So it don't even have to be a huge name, but it got to be one of the upper echelon top fighters. Even the Joseph Diaz or somebody like that. What you got on that, Knockout?
Man, you preaching to the choir. I gave Ryan Garcia, he did win an award for 2021. He won one of my worst of the worst awards, Capper of the Year, with his lying ass. Gave him that for show. In 2022 though, for me, my expectations are so low for him, bro. Just show up, fam. Just show up. Like, if you really want a career in boxing, because what's gonna happen to him is people ain't gonna let their fighters make fights with him, bro. Like, at this point in his career, when you really look at it, he pulled out of the Javier Fortuna fight, he pulled out of the Jojo Diaz fight, and he pulled out of negotiations with Gervonta Tank Davis. And he fought Luke Campbell. So out of 4 fights that he could have potentially had in 2021, he only fought one of them. So basically, if you go into negotiations with Ryan Garcia, there's a 75% chance his ass ain't gonna make it to the fight date, bro. And that's bad business for him. That's bad business for Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. And it's gonna be hard for them to get guys like Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, fucking Bob Arum. It's gonna be hard to get those guys on the phone to do business, because they ain't gonna trust that your fighter gonna be ready to fight and he gonna show up. As far as me and what I expect from him in a big fight, for him, with how he looked against Luke Campbell, getting dropped, and then pulling out of the fights that he pulled out of, shit, bro, he can fight Richard Comey, Nakatani. He can fight fucking Jojo Diaz. I'll be cool with a fight with Javier Fortuna, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which Oscar De La Hoya already capped. He said in the interview I just saw him do that they already sent a damn contract to Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which I know is 100% lie. But any of those names, bro, I'm cool with. That's a big year for him. He need to prove, like, they got him in the Ring magazine, which I know is owned by Oscar De La Hoya, but they got him ranked as number 5 lightweight. They got like Jojo Diaz and Isaac Cruz 6 and 7, and then you got Comey and Javier Fortuna down there at 9 and 10. I mean, shit, any one of those names, bro. You always talking shit about Devin Haney, right? He always say Devin Haney pillow fisted, or Devin Haney didn't put on a great performance, or he'll beat the shit out of Tank Davis. Okay, how about you get a common opponent with one of those guys and beat the shit out of them worse than they did, right? How about you fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz and prove that Tank ain't got power like that, and you go knock Isak Pitbull Cruz out. How about you fight Jojo Diaz and you go knock his ass out since Devin Haney couldn't do it? And Jojo Diaz, to me, that's the most realistic one because that's an in-house fight. Y'all both is promoted by Golden Boy. So for me, I just want to see him fight in 2022. That'll be a win for me after what I saw in 2021. All this lying and capping and shit, man, I don't know. I don't know when Canelo Alvarez start calling you out and you trained by Reynoso and your own team saying that you don't put forth the dedication in the gym, that give me cause for pause and that give me red flags. But I think it got to be Jojo Diaz to start off with because I don't think Golden Boy gonna be able to get anybody else to do business, bro. They done screwed over too many people already. He done pulled out of too many fights. So the fight I want to see going into the summertime or the springtime, I need Ryan Garcia versus Jojo Diaz. To me, that's the best fight that he could possibly make, bro. But that's all I got on him, man. Hopefully we get to see him fight this year.
Okay. 503, what you got on that? $503. Yeah, I guess he ain't in the building no more. But yeah, man, Jojo Diaz is that's cool. Like I said, that's a fight, but I would more like to see him fight a bigger name than Jojo Diaz. He calling everybody out, or like I said, the Isak Cruz, that's a good fight. You saying that you could beat him better than Tank Davis did, you could do this, and so hey, let's see that fight. But tell your promoter to put that stipulation in, right? Put a stipulation in that you'll pay him out of your own pocket if you pull out.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that, but that's a damn good idea. That's my thing though with him. Like he lies so much. Like even if they announce a fight, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I ain't believing that shit till I see him in the ring. Like it's that bad with him right now, bro. So I totally agree with everything you're saying. It's just like I just need to see him in the ring at this point because I don't trust nothing that the man he lied too much. Once you start lying and shit, bro, you lose me. We're talking about somebody that put up a damn banner of him and Manny Pacquiao. Like they had a finalized fight or some shit, bro. Like he be doing shit like that. Like I can't rock with him, bro. I don't know. Like I hope he have a big year in 2022 because it'll be great for boxing, great for the 135-pound division. But at this point, shit, I'll take a lower tier name, and I don't want to call Jojo Diaz a lower tier name. But if I'm just looking at the business of boxing, bro, like that's the only one that's realistic to me because all them other fighters like Top Rank or getting a potential fight with Tank Davis, like bro, they ain't trying to do business with you. You already pulled out of so much shit, bro. You wasting people time. So you need to waste your own in-house time and see what y'all can do over there with Jojo. He already was willing to fight you one time. He done took a loss. He damn sure willing to fight you again, probably for even less money, bro.
But see, if I'm Ryan Garcia, if I'm promoting Ryan Garcia, I'm putting his ass to the test. Hey, you pulling out of these fights, you fucking up my money now. You feel me? You fucking up my promotional company. You making us look bad, and you fucking up my money. So we need you to put in contract. If we get you one of these big fights, we need you to put in contract that you finna pay the purse. You finna pay their purse. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay their purse. And that's just what it's gonna be.
Shit wholeheartedly, bro. I agree with that shit wholeheartedly. Like you gotta pay up, bro, because like when he do that shit, bro, like for instance, the Javier Fortuna shit, the venue fees and the site fees and shit, that was already paid. He was like a week and a half, 2 weeks out from the fight when he did that shit, bro. So he costing people a lot of money, fam. Like a lot of money. So you hitting the nail on the head with that, bro. But his prima donna ass, I don't know if we can trust him to do that shit, bro. I honestly don't even know if the man want to be a boxer, bro. That's how out I am on him until he showed me something different in 2022, brother.
2022 to me, it's put up a shut up time. I ain't no more excuses for Ryan Garcia. He got to go out here and he got to get it, or I don't really want to hear nothing else from him. You talk. It's only so much of talking you could do. You feel me? It's only so much of talking you could do. So he, like I said, he is young, but he catapulted himself with his mouth and pulling out of fights. He put himself in this position to where we probably demanded more of him than we would if he had to just sat back and kept it trill and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So we demanded more out of him because he put himself in this position. G5, I see you backstage. Let me make sure, see if a 503 line is still on here. If he ain't on here, if he still ain't on, I'm gonna pull you in, G5. 503, you in the building? Nah, he ain't in the building. Let me get 503.
Yeah, bro. I'm here, bro. I'm just I was talking to my supervisor, but I'm still here. You can bring G5 up, bro, because I'm gonna be a minute. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bring you in, G5. G5, what's happening with it?
Man, salute, my brother.
What's good with you?
Everything. Keon, my boy Knockout, 503. Salute to the chat.
G5, what's popping, bro?
Man, about to get off this clock, man. I said, man, it's perfect time. Let me tap in with my brothers real quick.
Yes, sir. So let me get your take on Ryan Garcia. It's 2022. What does he need to do in your eyes?
Show up. I don't care if you sign a contract. I don't give a shit about none of that. Show up in the ring and actually fight the opponent. Don't make him go through all these damn training camps, paying sparring partners and having venues set, people losing money and shit. Low expectations. He hyped himself up, and then you got to put it on his handlers too. They hyped his ass up too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting too much of shit out of him. He don't know if he want to be a boxer. He don't know if he want to be a model. He don't know if he want to be an Instagram star. He don't know if he a boy or a girl, calling himself pretty girl and shit. I don't trust no man. You know what I'm saying? His mind too unstable. So I don't expect nothing. If he show up in the ring, he does. If he don't, I don't give a damn. It's just straight up.
Well, so it's like we want. See, my thing is I want him to show up. First of all, got to show up. But I'm saying that he needs to fight one of these big dogs. In 2022, he got to fight a big dog.
Yeah. I'll listen to the names that you called off. Yeah, one of them would be a good fight, but will he actually do it? So, it's going to get to a point where people not even going to even attempt to even try to make a fight with him. You keep pulling out. You know what I'm saying? You're pulling out like you're trying to not make babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So his pull-out game strong. And when it comes to boxing, shit. So, I mean, you can't make nobody. They putting their life on the line. Boxing is not just a sport for some people. It's their life. It's their career. It's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They eat, sleep, shit boxing. You set a fight with this man, and then you don't make the fight. Shit, he done paid sparring partners and everybody else. Nah, man. Ain't nobody gonna keep doing that or wasting time. And you pull out a week before the fight, bro, that's terrible.
Right. And so to me, it's like, man, 2022 is a make or break year. We seen that you could beat a fighter on the level of Luke Campbell. Now it's time to raise that level. You know what I'm saying? It's time to raise your level and show up. So 2022 is a make or break year for me. If he don't fight nobody in 2022, or if he continue to make fights and pull out, hey, bro, I don't want to hear nothing else about Ryan Garcia no more. Straight up, that's just how I feel about it. D-Man Jr., what's happening with it? Steven Rivas, what's good with it? What else we got in the building I missed? Seattle Boxing, what's happening with it? Big Texas ATX, what's happening with it? Dank Father, what's good with it? Yeah, so Coach say every time one of the big dogs at 135 fight, he chirps from the sideline, Ryan, a little girl. Yeah, he always talking about, I could have did this and I could have did that. Okay, well, in 2022, since you could have did this and you could have did that and you could do, this and that, I need you to fight a Devin Haney, Esau Cruz, motherfucking Tank Davis, Vasil Lomachenko. I need you to fight one of them big names. You know what I'm saying? I need you to fight a big name. Straight up and down. Or if you don't fight one of those names, like Knockout said, I need you to fight a Jojo Diaz or somebody like that and show me that you could do it better than what, Devin Haney did. Straight up. So that's what I want to see from Ryan Garcia. You know, your time is up. Your time up. What you said, TV, what's happening with a salute? Yeah, so man, let's move on. Let's move on from Ryan Garcia. And let's talk about Gervonta Tank Davis in 2022. Let's talk about Tank Davis, right? Because all of these names that I'm naming, these three fighters, and I know it's probably more out there, but these three fighters all have major names, and they all have the ability, right, to fight big fights, to be in big fights, and to become bigger superstars than they are. So Gervonta Tank Davis, probably out of all the names that we named, he is the biggest name out of all of them right now. We've seen Gervonta Tank Davis on pay-per-view. All his fights are on pay-per-views now, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, he first became a champion in like 5 years ago. 5 years ago now. He's been a champion for 5 years. So people don't realize that. 5 years ago. Now, in those 5 years that Gervonta Tank Davis has been a champion, you know, he's moved from 130 to 135, moved up to 140, back down to 130. So he's moving around. But with all of this moving around, Gervonta Tank Davis still hasn't fought a top 4, top 5 opponent in his weight class. You know, a lot of people say, well, Leo Santa Cruz is a multi-weight division champion, right? That's cool. We know that Leo Santa Cruz moved up from, I think he came from like what, 119, 122, something like that, you know. And, you know, whatever, he fought Gervonta Tank Davis. So Leo Santa Cruz is, to me, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that Tank Davis was going to knock out Leo Santa Cruz. I felt that he was supposed to knock out Leo Santa Cruz. If you look at the betting lines, right? Because I know a lot of people, well, he fought Leo Santa Cruz. What else more do you want him to do? Well, it's simple as this. If you go look at the betting odds and you like a negative 900 favorite, negative 700, 800 favorite, well, that means that you're fighting and beating people that you absolutely, without a doubt, is supposed to beat. You know, so we, in 2022, we need to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight a top fighter in his weight division. I don't want to see you go up to 140 and fight the 12th ranked, you know what I'm saying, fighter at 140 pounds that nobody wants to see you fight. Nobody's calling for it. I don't want to see you dig up a motherfucking Mexican out of the grave that ain't nobody never heard of. I don't want to see you do none of that and then tell us that it's a pay-per-view fight and it's pay-per-view worthy. Like I said, 5 years ago, he stepped out the porch, right? 5 years ago, he stepped out the porch and he won his first title. It's time for Gervonta Tank Davis to fight a top A-level opponent. That's just what it is. Not, oh, well, he moved up. No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if he go to a different division and do it, if he stay at the division he is at right now and do it, or if he moved down to 130 and do it. It is time for him to fight an A-level opponent. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's that time. 5 years is more than long enough. 27 years old is more than old enough. This year, you'll be 28. It's that time. So you can't continue to tell me that you are the best if you're not willing to fight the best. in 2022, I am no longer gonna say, well, it's Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather. If Gervonta Tank Davis, out of his own mouth, don't come out and call out a Vasyl Lomachenko, we need to see that fight. Or Devin Haney, or if you're gonna move up, a Teofimo Lopez, or even a Gary Russell that's willing to move up and face you, or I mean, y'all get what I'm saying. We need to hear him out of his mouth call out these top A-class fighters, because I'm no longer just going to put it on Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather if when they put a microphone in your face, you giving me excuses why you shouldn't have to fight these opponents. So now I want to see him call out these names. It ain't no, oh, he don't have to do nothing because Tank Davis is a superstar. Nah, that shit ain't gonna be that shit ain't gonna work no more. And coach says Loma been calling him out for years, and that's a fact. We need to see it. We need to see it. I need to hear it from his mouth. So knockout. Let me go ahead and get your take on that. And I know you're a huge Tank Davis fan. I'm a fan of Tank too. Love the
shit. Huge. I say it all the time. That's the only fighter of my daughters to sit down and watch boxing with me, because he done tapped into that hip hop culture and shit. And he the only boxer they know who he is. So I'm a huge Tank Davis fan. However, yeah, y'all go check out the content. Y'all check out what I always say, man. I expect more. I expect so much more from him, and it's kind of a tricky proposition, because when you really look at what he's been doing recently, you look at Jamal Charlo, you look at Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he done probably put in a little bit more work than the other people that we're talking about today. However, that's not enough for me, bro. It's not enough for me. Like I'm not like, I see your skills, I see how great you can be, and at the end of the day, as a person that consumes your product, that's purchasing your product, if you Tank Davis, Leonard Ellerbe, Steven Espinoza, Mayweather, Al Heyman, whatever, I want what I want, bro. Like, I want you to fight the best. And at the end of the day, you're not giving us, the fans, what we've been asking for. And in 2022, I think they're going to have to. And the reason I think they have to is that I think the jig is up, bro. I think this Isak Pitbull Cruz pay-per-view performance showed that the jig is up. And I know some people who are Tank Davis huge fanatics and stuff, they'll say, well, you don't know how the pay-per-view perform knockout. It could have did good. Well, I know this, bro. I know his other two pay-per-views, they were so quick to report those numbers because they were proud. I know they ain't reporting these numbers. And so the context clues and my basic logic and common sense tells me the shit underperformed because people hide shit and they don't report shit that they're ashamed of, bro. If the shit had performed well, they wouldn't be ashamed of it, and we would know exactly how much his pay-per-view sold. They wouldn't be so coy about it. And then you can just look at Leonard Ellerbe and how he's acting, bro. He won't fight everybody, bro. He won't fight fans. He won't fight Eddie Hearn. He won't fight everybody on Twitter because of what's going on with Tank Davis. And so I think for us as the boxing fans, this has probably finally put us in a situation where now they're going to have to give us one of these fights that we want, because they're going to have to justify continuing to put this man on pay-per-view. The last thing that Mayweather or Espinoza want is to have this man have to fight on regular TV again, because his pay-per-views are underperforming. And the only way they can do that and keep him on pay-per-view is if they start giving the fans the fights that they want to see. And so that's what I'm expecting, and that's what I'm hoping we will get in 2022. And as fans, we need to do this with all fighters. You need to demand what you want, and then if you don't like the product, don't buy the product. Like if I go to Chick-fil-A and I order the damn chicken strips and they bring me out a chicken sandwich, I'm be like, hey, I ain't ordered this shit. Go give me what I ordered for. We can do the same shit to boxing. Like, hey, I asked Tank Davis to fight Gary Russell Jr., or I asked Tank Davis to fight Teofimo or Lomachenko or Devin Haney. Or if he moving up to 140, I asked him to fight Regis. I asked him to fight Josh Taylor or Montana Love or somebody like that. You ain't giving me these type of fights, and you ask me to pay for pay-per-view. Bro, it's 2022, dog. It's Fire Sticks and streaming sites all up and down this motherfucker, man. You can't keep asking people to pay $80-something for subpar fights, and that's no shade against Isak Pitbull Cruz, because he put on a good performance. But fans weren't asking for him, bro. Fans weren't asking for him. We was asking for Tank Davis to fight somebody else. So now here we are. 2022. You got options, bro. You at 135. You ain't fighting at 130 no more. You could easily go get that Kambosos fight for him if he wanted to. Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn have said multiple times they're willing to fight you, bro. That fight is there to be made. It's right there in front of you to be made. So that's what I want to see as a fan from him in 2022. Now, I much more prefer Kambosos versus Haney because I want to see Undisputed. But if they go get that fight for Tank Davis, I ain't going to be mad at Tank Davis. I'll criticize Kambosos, but I ain't going to be mad at Tank Davis for going to get that fight and unifying. Those are the types of fights that we want to see as fans, and that ain't asking for too much. If you want to call yourself great, if you want to call yourself a pay-per-view star, if you want the millions and millions and millions of dollars that come with being a star, you got to behave and you got to perform and you got to put on the type of fights that stars put on, bro. It's the same shit that we do with Canelo Alvarez when I criticize him for Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut or the fights that he not giving me. Well, shit, you want to be mentioned in that same breath, I'm going to criticize you too, no matter how much I like you, bro. And I do like Tank Davis, one of my favorite fighters to watch. So that's really all I got on him, man. 2022, I actually hold him to an even higher standard than Ryan Garcia because I expect more of him. So while I'm saying Ryan Garcia can fight a Javier Fortuna, I don't want to see that shit from Gervonta Tank Davis. While I'm saying Ryan Garcia can go get him a Nakatani or something, I don't want to see that shit for Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm sorry, bro. You're a step above that. I need the Devin Haney's of the world to show up on your resume. I need the damn Lomachinkos of the world to show up on your resume. Or the Kambososes. That's it at 135 for me, bro. That's the only fights I want to see. And that's all I got, bro. That's it for me.
Yeah, I agree 150%.
Let me get back in here, Keith.
Okay, go ahead, 503.
Yeah, man. One thing I like you having this conversation. This is a good fucking hot topic that you came up with, bro, for today's show. One thing that all these dudes have in common, what I'm getting from the gist of your whole point of doing this show, bro, is not only do you want to see big fights, right, but all these guys got the potential to be great. From Charlo to Tank to Garcia. All of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's why I said right now when you was off, I said that's why I'm naming these fighters, and that's why I did this show because they all have the potential to be great and to go to the next higher level.
It's like a coach, bro. Like we all play sports. It's like a coach, bro. When the coach he criticized the player and shit, like, bro, get over here, get back on defense, do it. He doing all that shit because he sees something in you. Because he like, shit, you could probably be something in this mode. Like, you could probably really be a good player. It's the same thing with these fighters, bro. If you didn't have something that you could be special with, nobody would even be wasting their time talking about you, bro. The fact that you get even talked about, that shit is a compliment, bro.
Mm-hmm. And see, the thing with Tank is like, bro, Tank is one of them type niggas. When he just he a regular season ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He wanna, you know, playing them meaningless games, bro. You know what I'm saying? These fights are meaningless, bro. What does Isaac Cruz do for Tank? What does no disrespect to him, but what did Barrios do for Tank? Oh, he can go up and fight a bigger guy. Okay, cool. What about Regis? What about Josh? What about Jose Ramirez? You know what I'm saying? You got all that shit going on, bro. Then like one trade 5, same thing. Isaac Cruz do nothing for you, bro. At the end of the day, man, and Key hit it right on the head when he said this, bro. I'm not only gonna blame Leonard Ellaby and Floyd. I'm gonna start blaming Tank too, bro, because they programmed Tank. Tank is programmed like a robot. Oh, when they put that camera and that microphone in his face, oh, I'm gonna fight whoever they put me in there with. What? Okay. So you want to, you know what I'm saying? Niggas see, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Niggas don't be want to have this conversation because it'd be their favorite fighter, but it'd be cool when it's somebody they don't fuck with. You know, that's why I fuck with Knockout. That's why I fuck with G. That's why I fuck with Keon and all of the other brothers who don't keep this shit biased. We all like who we like, bro, but at the end of the day, bro, everybody can get criticized and get roasted. And Tank is in line for that shit, bro. Point blank and period. Because at the end of the day, my nigga, customer service is everything in business, homie. I don't give a fuck if you selling drugs, weed, pills, if you at Burger King, Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? If you at Coca-Cola, my nigga, customer service is everything, homie. And Leonard Ellaby and Mayweather Promotions, their customer service is fucked up right now, bro. know what I'm saying? You got Leonard Ella be losing his fucking mind on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You got Floyd off in Dubai, still fighting YouTubers and like that whole Mayweather promotion shit is fucked up right now, bro. And Tank then put himself right in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something. In this year in 2020, bro, my message to all fight fans, YouTubers, content creators, my nigga, just how these motherfuckers cherry pick these fights, my nigga, cherry pick your money. You know what I'm saying? Cherry pick your bread, bro. Be selective with how you spend your money. Be strategic with how you spend your money, bro. Don't pay for that bullshit. There's plenty of ways that you can watch the fight without paying for it. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to be like that, bro, but at the end of the day, y'all want to stick it to my motherfucking pocket, bitch. I'm gonna stick it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it real, bro. The only pay-per-views I'm paying for this year is either Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Ugas, or Deontay Wilder to come back and fight somebody that's worth paying for.
Let me emphasize something, right? Another thing that we need to do. See, we need to do two things. One thing is to stop paying for bullshit ass pay-per-views, right? And then the second thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we pay for the pay-per-views that they put on that are great. The shit that we ask for, we need to pay for those. So don't just stream everything. Pay for the ones that we want to see and that we ask for. Don't make sure that y'all don't stream those. But then all the other bullshit, make sure that you stop paying for that. But go ahead, 503.
Man, that's fact though, bro. Like I said, the only fights I'm paying for is Earl Spence Bud, Earl Spence Ugas, and probably if Wilder come back and fight. But if all these other bullshit fights like the Barrios Keith Thurman shit, I'm not paying for that. Or whatever else bullshit fight PBC got lined up, bro. I'm not paying for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it, bro. Because if we continue to buy the bullshit, bro, they gonna continue to sell it to us. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm not mad either ways it go, whether who buy what. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not paying for the bullshit. I can tell you that right now. And I'm not, like I said, I didn't buy Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz. I didn't buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? So shit. I know the pay-per-view did bad because if it didn't do bad, Leonard Ellaby's ego would have put the motherfucking numbers on Twitter, but he can't do that because he know that bitch flop. He know that shit brick like Shaq at the free throw line. So you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jake Paul, bro. He did bad pay-per-view numbers. So it ain't like Tank the only one, but we expect more from you, Tank. But now y'all starting to realize, oh shit, we can't sell these fans on this bullshit. I guarantee you, bro. You fight motherfucking Devin Haney, you fight Ryan Garcia, you fight Lomachenko, you fight motherfucking Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, Chris Colbert, Josh Taylor. I mean, bro, and it's even more so fucked up for Tank, bro, because the kid got so many options.
A lot of options.
Got a lot of fucking options. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So you got all them different. I mean, bro, you could pick the easiest, winnable, toughest fight for you. Like you go to 130. Let's just say, for example, you go to 130 and fight Chris Colbert. That's a pay-per-view fight. If Chris Colbert get the belt, you go to 130 and fight Valdez. That's a winnable fight for Tank. You like fighting Mexicans anyway. That's right up your alley. Fight Valdez. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I think Lomachenko is a winnable fight for Tank at this point. Because Lomachenko he didn't slow down a little bit to me.
I do too.
So all these like Loma, I'm gonna tell you, bro, the hardest motherfucker at top rank for Tank Davis to beat right now, bro, is Shakur Stevenson. But I think Tank Davis beat all the motherfuckers at motherfucking top rank. Besides Shakur Stevenson, that'll probably be his toughest fight.
I don't think it's Shakur.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion, and I could be right. I could be wrong.
Drew, salute,
Salute, Big Drew. Salute, Big Drew. Go ahead, Keith. My bad.
I could be right. I could be right. I could be wrong. But in my opinion, from 130 to 140, Tank Davis should either A, be favored. You can pick the fighter. He should either A, be favored, or at the very least, it's a 50-50 fight, bro. He can beat everybody, bro. You can pick the name. He can beat everybody from 130 to 140. It ain't a person fighting in those weight classes that you gonna convince me that's just gonna go in there and watch him, bro. He that good, fam. He that good.
Right.
So shit.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. His toughest fights. The top 3 guys that's gonna give Tank a run for his money is Shakur Stevenson at 130, Devin Haney at 135, and I say Regis Prograis at 140. Those his toughest fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna count Josh Taylor because I think Josh Taylor gonna move up to 147. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say yeah.
I mean, I think the same thing. I think that out of all of them, to me, the worst matchup for him is Shakur Stevenson. I don't see him beat Shakur Stevenson, but everybody else, everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I could see him beating Haney. You know what I'm saying? I could see him beating George Kambosos. I can see him beat Vasyl Lomachenko. I just can't see him beating because Shakur, he got that type of style to where if Shakur wants to fight the whole fight and really not let Tank Davis hit him, he can fight like that and just make that shit boring. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else really don't have that ability to do it. I love Devin Haney, but Devin Haney, his defense ain't on that level yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Devin Haney can outbox Tank Davis because Tank can box too. I don't know if he can stay on the outside and outbox Tank Davis for 12 rounds without getting caught. Shakur Stevenson, I know he can either fight on the inside, he can fight you at mid-range on the outside, and he can make it a boring fight to where, you know what I'm saying, Tank Davis is just going to get frustrated because he can't catch it. I mean,
I hope we get to see that because I disagree vehemently.
I mean, we could if they.
Hopefully we get to see it. We just have a dream.
I don't think they never gonna fight, but if they did fight, I'd be willing to bet you any amount of money that you want to bet that Tank Davis can't beat Shakur Stevenson. But that's neither here nor there. But
facts.
Yeah, I think they all 50-50 fights, man. Yeah. When it comes to Tank, man, that's one of my favorite fighters as well. I support the pay-per-views, but I did not buy him against Cruz. I look at it with fighters like how my mom used to tell me, I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that rope is getting shorter and shorter. You know what I'm saying? You almost got to hang yourself. You know, we can put it on the promoters, the handlers, you know what I'm saying? But then 50% of it is on the fighters as well. Because if you're not blowing them up or constantly telling them until they get blue in the face that, hey, he want to fight these people, you know what I'm saying? They not going to think that you really serious about that. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel that way. A lot of the fighters, they great fighters, but that don't mean that they have great skill, but they don't have a great mindset. What I mean by a great mindset is that the skill level and things are there, but they don't have the great mindset to believe that their skills can beat everybody. So they may have the skills, but they don't have the mindset of a champion to where, oh, you know what? I feel like I can go in here and beat anybody. You know, some fighters do, some don't. I'm not saying Tank is that type of fighter, but I do feel like he's kind of like a puppet, and Mayweather Promotions is a puppet master. You know, I feel like they have, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't say brainwashed, but you can kind of say it to a certain extent that whatever they say, he gonna rock with it. He not really gonna turn his back on them. Loyal to a
keep it real, G. They program that boy, man.
Yeah, they put that ID 2020 chip in that boy head or something. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to go. We don't even know what the terms of his contract is or how long he gonna be over there with him. He might have an AJ contract.
This is what he can do, G5. This is what he can do, G5, bro. He can, and Key alluded to it. He can say, look, man, they got me fighting another one of these. They got me fighting fucking, I don't know. They got me fighting Javier Fortuna. I'm going to fight him because it's in my contract. I got to fight him. But while I got y'all reporters right here, I don't want this fight. I asked him to go get me Devin Haney. I asked him to go get me Lomachenko. You got to go holler at Ellaby as to why I can't get those fights. But those are the fights I want. He can speak up because he on Twitter all the goddamn time anyway. He do interviews
Yeah.
all the time. He got a Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer down there every 2 or 3 months. So if you can go do all them interviews and shit, you can tell the fans what you really want to be doing. And that way, we can say, all right, it's Ellaby fault. Because Tank came out and told us
when it was Ryan Garcia, when it was Ryan Garcia, it was he was vocal about that shit. He was on that. So you could do the same thing that you did to these other opponents that you was calling out on Twitter. You could do the same. You could at least let the fans know I want to fight such and such next.
Yeah. And I mean, even if he say, for instance, he does say that, are we still gonna get that fight? You know what I'm saying? These promoters and these promotional outfits are thinking that they bigger than the fighter, living vicariously through the fighter, taking the money and shit like that. Like, bro, your job is to make sure that you get paid, and once this fighter is gone, that your entity is still thriving. That's what the promoter's supposed to do. If y'all haven't checked out my live, I cook on these promoters and you know how they be moving. Y'all check that out. I went ape shit on it because people got to open their damn eyes. You can't be naive, even as a fighter. If this was Errol Spence, I would be on his helmet, and that is my guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. You either gonna do what you say, you gonna try to make the best fights. If it's your promotional outfit, we'll get on his head. But if it's on you as well, then yeah, I'm on your helmet, and I'm a Dallas dude through and through. It don't matter. Everybody get the same energy. I don't care if it's Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, everybody. If you ain't lining up and you saying you great and you all this and all that, show me. I don't give a damn what the paper say. Look how many people we done seen have paper fights and they go in there and get their ass whooped. It don't matter what the paper say. It don't matter about the betting line. Bro, you got to go show that you great. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go do that and make them words turn into reality, then people going to find you as a cloud chaser or you just blowing hot air. You know what I'm saying? So it's either, I feel it's either put up or shut up. There's so many fighters that done dropped the 8 ball and they so behind the curve right now. And these young goons are gaining ground and running past a lot of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But then they don't have a belt or nothing to bring to the table, so people don't want to fight them. Or they saying they too green and shit like that. Man, if you feel like that, go on and fight this dude. Perfect example, Terrence Crawford. Boots is on your goddamn helmet. Every chance he get a camera in his face, he on your head. You ain't got nothing going. I don't have nothing going. Let's go. Then they come out talking about, nah, he need your rest. Well, why the fuck if you need your rest, why you willing to wait on Keith Thurman then? See, that's the type of nonsense that we hear back and forth. Bro, make the goddamn fight. I'm not sitting here. I'm not arguing with no trolls. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Tank Davis, you're a great fighter. I feel like you can be one of the greats. But if you don't get in here and fight Devin Haney, Kambosos, Loma, should I even take Jojo Diaz? He a former champion who moved up. He lost. If you don't do none of this, bro, shit, I'm not finna keep supporting no pay-per-view events from you, bro. And I'm gonna start looking at you like, well, shit, you got the talent, but against who?
Let me ask y'all this too, because you see that they put him in the ring with the same style opponent pretty much throughout his whole career. They put him in there with a flat-footed fighter that's either going to throw a whole lot of punches and come forward, and you pretty much the same. We've never seen him in there with somebody that was slick, that could box, that can move, that could use angles, all of that. Do you think that they might be causing him a disservice to where when they put him in there with somebody that could do all those things, it could come back to hunt him, that he's so used to being in there in the ring with the same style fighter? They're not putting him in there with different style fighters?
Hell yeah, that's gonna come back and hunt him, bro.
Yeah, possibly.
Listen. Check this out. Bro, check this out real quick. You can even look at Isaac Pitbull Cruz, his last fight. What was the difference in between Isaac versus Mario and Leo? It was the size. Tank was not used to fighting a shorter, flat-footed Mexican, right? He was used to being in there with guys that's taller than him. You know what I'm saying? Where he can punch up, right? But now he punching down. It fucked up his whole fucking mentality. It fucked up his whole execution and his game plan. He fucking broke his hand trying to fight fucking Isaac Cruz. So just imagine, and that's a short come forward Mexican. So just imagine if he up in there with a short motherfucker like Jojo that can move and box. You understand? Or he in there with a Valdez, a little short motherfucker that can actually box and crack. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, he gonna be fucked up in the head, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. And it sucks. And I was just thinking about this when G was talking, bro. Look at all the niggas who came up around Tank. Adrian Broner didn't duck no smoke. He cool with EJ. EJ didn't duck no smoke. Cool with Robert Easter, the bunny. He ain't duck no smoke. All these dudes who he came up with, bro, out of all his homeboys and niggas who he fuck with in the boxing game, he the only one that's getting treated like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, bro, hell yeah, it's gonna fuck him up. It's gonna fuck him up bad. For real. You seen the Isaac Cruz fight.
Yeah, what you got on that knockout? Knockout. You out? You in the building? Knockout. G5. What you got on that?
Man, I think that you as a fighter, you should be fighting every couple fights. I mean, say you fight 2 southpaws in a row, then go fight 2 orthodox fighters in a row, then go fight a couple come forward pressure fighters. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I'm saying? You want to have whatever card they pull or throw at you, you able to handle it, and you know how to defend it against that style as well. You know, so to me, yeah, it's a disservice to you and sharpening your tools and your skills for different styles, because the fighters don't make the fights, the style does. So it might be a style that's not conducive to him winning that fight, and we might see they be like, damn, Tank Show getting touched up this fight. But you know, that's where I'm at with it. Why wouldn't you want to fight every style? You never know. What if it's a person is a pressure switch hitter that can fight inside, phone booth, you know what I'm saying, mid-range, outside, you know, they do it all. Good footwork, you know what I'm saying, good lateral movement, you know what I'm saying, they know how to turn you and do all that good stuff. If you're not prepared and haven't been in a real fight with those people that actually count, sparring is cool. That'll get you to a certain point. But
you really not sparring nobody like that because you're not fighting nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you sparring when he's sparring, he's pretty much in some doghouse shit. You know, he ain't really sparring nobody like that because you ain't never had to fight nobody like that.
Exactly. So, I mean, to me, Mayweather Promotions is doing Tank a disservice to his career. They are tanking his career. You know what I'm saying? At 27, I look at Tank like, you know, you got that mean, vicious pit bull in your neighborhood, but the owner never let the dog out. He just chained up to a tree. Bro, let this man free and go do his thing. Let him go tap on something that's in heat right now. You know what I'm saying? Let the man free. He's 27. Bro, it's not like you 23, bro. Father time waits on no man, so you might want to get a lot of these fights in before you hit 33 or 34. You know, Lord willing, you still fighting. Because the older you get, and the way the young crop coming up and developing, bro, you're not going to want to be fighting these dudes at 34. You know what I'm saying? When you should have fought them when you was 20, 23, 24, 25 and shit like that. You know, you can do it, but you start to slow down some. You not have at the same speed and the same elusiveness you were at 23. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if I was a fighter, you know, you get them groomed. You know what I'm saying? You find out what level he at. You know what I'm saying? If he green, you start upping this competition. And once you done fought 3 level competitors that, you know, help bring up your stock and upgrade your skill set, man, it's time to go for straight nothing but champions and contenders, bro. If you're not fighting them, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? People, you know, I hate this new wave of boxing. Everybody's so focused on money. I'm not saying you should get no bread. You know what I'm saying? You put your life on the line for people entertainment. We all get that. But do you want to be remembered when your career ends as a person who made money or a person who was a great?
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Oh, go ahead, Key. My bad.
The problem and the fans is part of the problem. Like King Black. Salute to King Black. I ain't got no beef with you. But the thing is the whole time, like you just commented right now, you said you speaking like each other promotional company is going to agree to the split. Bro, we don't care about none of that. We're talking about what we want to see as fans. So you should be in here saying, yeah, y'all right. I want to see Tank Davis fight all of them dudes that y'all talking about. You shouldn't even be thinking about none of that because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about it. So that's what a lot of fans do. They got a favorite fighter, and then you'll start talking about, well, we want to see him fight this, and this person. Then the fan will come out and they'll make a million excuses on why that fighter shouldn't fight these fighters that you're talking about. You feel me? And then they want to start talking about, oh, well, the business. We're not talking about that right now. Everybody knows that. We don't need you coming in here talking about, oh, well, it's a business. It's the second. We don't need to hear all of that. We need to hear you and all the fans demand these fights. Because if you like, yeah, we shouldn't get these fights because it's a business, well, you letting Larry Ellaby play you just like he wants to play you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem because the fans are falling right into that same shit that you hear Leonard Ellaby say. You know what I'm saying? These fights are possible to be made because Tank Davis is a big name and he got a whole lot of options. And even if Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather, see, you like to speak on half of the shit that we say, but you don't want to tell the whole story. I continuously said, look, yeah, Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby, they might not be down to make these fights, but at the end of the day, we want to hear Tank Davis say, look, they got me fighting such and such. I'm doing it because that's who they want me to fight, but I want to fight such and such, and I want to fight him, and him. That's it. That's all we can.
Let me offer this retort up too, Keith, if you don't mind, bro. So boxing is a business first and a sport second. Cool. You know, it's a business for fighters too, right? And so if it's a business for fighters, and we can all agree that it is, if I'm a fighter, I want to make as much money as possible. And the way that you make as much money as possible as a fighter is by taking on other great fighters and getting the biggest bag you can possibly get. You don't get the biggest possible bag as a fighter fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz or Mario Barrios or Juan Montiel or Javier Fortuna. If you Ryan Garcia, you get the biggest bag by fighting Devin Haney or Tank Davis. If you Tank Davis, you get the biggest bag by fighting Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, or George Kambosos, Josh Taylor, or Regis Prograis. If you Jamal Charlo, you get the biggest bag by fighting Demetrius Andrade or David Benavidez. So you right, boxing is a business, but what you forgetting, King Black, and what you need to realize, homie, is that boxing is a business for the fighters too. And right now, the only people that's acting as if it's a business seem to be the promoters, seem to be the sanctioning bodies, while the fighters is going along doing whatever they told to do, bro. And see, that's my problem with it because yeah, it's a business, that's cool, and it's in your best interest to fight the best fight so you can get the most money and build your legacy at the same time. Because when you do shit like that, you get stuff like George Foreman where you go get a goddamn grilled cheese grill, or you get shit like Mike Tyson where he can have a podcast. He can go if he called Fox right now, Fox would drop Sean Porter in a heartbeat, and Mike Tyson would be your new analyst, bro, and your commentator because of who he fought and the legacy that he built by taking on other great heavyweights, bro. So doing that shit is in your best interest to fight the best possible fight. So yeah, boxing is a business first. It needs to be a business first for the fighters too. And that's all I got, bro.
Check this out. And it's too. These niggas always want to bring up the business. You want to know why motherfucking the NFL and the NBA, especially the NBA, you want to know why these niggas is making so much money over there? It's because of the business. You want to know why the business is doing good? Because they fucking play and go against the best on a consistent basis, bro.
That they want to see.
Exactly. I know I'm gonna see Steph Curry go against KD. I know I'm gonna see motherfucking LeBron and motherfucking KD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. LeBron can't go out there and be like, say, bro, I don't want to play against Giannis. I don't want to play against Giannis.
Bro. Exactly, bro. These niggas always want to talk about. That's why motherfucking NBC and ABC dropped motherfucking boxing and they signed a $100 million deal with motherfucking the NBA and the NFL, bro. Because you know what you getting with that shit. I don't gotta beg and plead with motherfucking Klay Thompson and the Warriors to go play motherfucking Chris Paul and Devin Booker. See what I'm saying? Y'all niggas always want to talk about business, bro. When motherfucking in a couple more months when we have March Madness and we see the best, the Sweet 16, and you see all the Elite 8 and Final 4. You see all these motherfucking commercials and sponsors, and these motherfucking colleges is getting bread, and now they gotta pay the college kids. You wanna know why? Because it's the motherfucking best going against the best, bro. That's what brings in the business.
100, bro.
So I'm gonna keep it 100. King Black Boat. I might be wrong, but I've never seen you in here before. So I'm thinking because the title got Tank Davis on there, you came in here and now you hear her spitting on Tank. And we weren't talking because you didn't say nothing when we said the same shit about Ryan Garcia. You didn't say anything when we was talking about Jamal Charlo, right? But then the whole time and I never seen you in my chat before. Never seen you in here. And like I said,
never seen that nigga neither.
100. We talking about Tank, and the whole time you like, oh, this, and that, and you coming with every excuse for Tank Davis instead of just being like, yeah, you know, I want to see you. Never, not one time say, yeah, I want to see him fight them dudes too. And so this is the problem because you got fans that think the same exact way that Leonard Ellaby talk. Instead of looking at it as a fan, like, okay, I'm a fan. I know all the other shit, but I want to see him fight the best. But you know what I'm saying? You have fans that think like that, and they don't even really care if they favorite fighter fight anybody good or the best. They don't really care seeing that shit. They just get attached to that fighter so deeply attached, they don't give a fuck what he do. Because they are fans of that fighter instead of fans of the whole sport. You know, hey, and that's just real. You can take it how you want to.
No, that's real shit, bro.
Nah, bro.
It make me like I get attached to my fighters too. Like, bro, I'm a huge Earl Spence fan, but I'm attached to the point where I want to be able to talk my shit. So I want to see him fight Terrence Crawford. I want to see the best fight, so I can be like, yo, my guy beat the shit out your guy, bro. Like, can you imagine like the way that some of these dudes talk, bro? Can you imagine if Tom Brady was like, nah, bro, look, the Rams, they got Aaron Donald, so shit, we don't need to play them in the playoffs. Y'all need to move some shit around. Miss me with that shit, bro. Y'all
fuck playing the Rams. Fuck playing Aaron Rodgers. I just want to play. I want to play motherfucking. I want to play. I want to go play the Cowboys. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hold on, Mr.
Nah, bro. We nobody. Hold on. We nobody be asking for my Cowboys though, bro. We a problem.
Still, you talking about that? It seems like that we singling him out. How are we singling him out when we just talked about two other fighters? Like it's crazy because some of these dudes only hear what they want to hear. We specifically said that we talking about these three fighters. See, you didn't say nothing. You, Mr. Steele, you've been in here the whole time because I've been seeing you coming, and you didn't have no problem when we was talking about Ryan Garcia or Jamal Charlo. You had no problem when we was talking about them. But now that we're talking about your favorite fighter, now it's a problem. Now we're singling him out.
But and I'm gonna say this too, Ken. You gotta put this in perspective. Tank should get it worse than all the motherfuckers because, like we just said, bro, he got more options than everybody. So he really should get it way worse than Charlo and Garcia, to be 100 with you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He the one that if he call your phone at 1:35, you answering that hoe. You stopping what you doing, and you gonna try to make that fight, bro. 100%, bro.
Then you got one of the greatest fighters of this era as your promotional outfit. You know, some of these fans, they want they regular season cats. They want you to go play the Jets for 16 weeks and then hop in the damn playoffs and play the Jaguars and get to the championship. Bro, it don't work that way, son. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at it. If the best fight the best, it's going to sell. If it sells, that means you get the bag. In doing so, you build your profile and you become a bigger pay-per-view star. So when you go fight somebody else, crazy ass dudes, that means your bag is gonna keep growing. Knock knock, who's there? Do y'all hear me? God damn it! Y'all act like it's simple. It's ABC 1, 2, 3s. You fight the better fighters, your bag is gonna go up, and you're gonna get more exposure. It's as simple as that.
Mr. Steal Your Chin, Mr. King Black. Listen, I feel y'all, bro, but just hear me out, please. Very briefly, just hear me out, bro. Like, okay, LB did say they went after Ryan. All right, cool. Ryan fight on the zone. He promoted by Golden Boy. Why they ain't go after Devin Haney then, bro? Why they ain't
hold on, knock out. Before you even finish your motherfucking your cook, I want to add this to the motherfucking pot, right? So I was watching the podcast with Chris Mannix on Spotify, and he had Eric Gomez on there. The homie Eric Gomez said that Leonard Ellerbe and them never got back with him. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
You know what
Tank
I'm saying?
Davis fan.
It just seemed like they can do business when they want to, bro. They just listen, I ain't saying Tank doing this. It just seemed like they trying to make easy fights for the man. And I think he too good for that shit, bro. I want to see him go be great. Even if he don't want to stay undisputed, they say he don't want to pay the sanction fees. Go beat Camboso's ass and drop them hoes. I don't care. Go beat Devin Haney and drop that belt. Shit, just go fight him, bro. Why would you go to the Golden Boy and you go to the zone to do business for Ryan Garcia? But if Eddie Hearn say, look, man, Devin Haney and Tank Davis, that's a great fight. Now y'all want to slap the shit out of him. Y'all want to slap the shit out of him, but y'all want to go do business with Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya, bro. I don't understand.
Then why would we talk about Ryan Garcia as a boxer? Look how the media got him uplifted in the sport of boxing. Duh. Shit, they got him ranked over a lot of people, and they active. Make it make sense. We speaking about fighters that people actually talk about, bro. The sanctioning bodies do and maneuver and shake it and make people skip the line for these fighters. Oh yeah, and I see a comment there talking about did Porter and Bud sell over 300K or either one of them big ass draws. No,
I don't understand what Porter and Bud have.
What the fuck Porter and Bud got to do with it, bro?
Tank Davis fight a big man.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
2022.
Like Bud and Porter promoter ain't running around here talking about they the cash cow.
Go
Bud and Porter promoter ain't running around here talking about
coming up with all type of scenarios and excuses and this and that. Instead of just saying, look, I'm just a huge Tank Davis fan. I don't give a fuck who he fight. I just like to see Tank Davis. Just say that. Me and my cousin is a huge Tank Davis fan, right? And me and him get to arguing and going back and forth, right? And so I'm like, bro, I just want to see him fight somebody. And one day he just came out and he said, I don't give a fuck. I'm just a huge Tank Davis fan. I don't give a fuck if he fucking fight you and sell out. I just like to see him fight. I don't care about nothing else. So I'm saying just say that.
Yeah, hey, Key, I just read a comment, bro. We might well stop. The homie just said we learned from Fury trying to fight Joshua that Eddie does bad business. So that wasn't Fury in Top Rank doing bad business. When they already had a contract signed, they were trying to make a whole nother fight with Anthony Joshua. That wasn't them doing bad business. That was Eddie Hearn doing bad business, bro. We might well just leave Buddy alone, bro.
I'm just leave it alone like this, bro. Right now, just say that you don't care who he fights. Just say that you just like that's your favorite fighter. And you just don't care who you get in the ring with, just as long as you fight.
Just say you're a fanboy. Just say you're a fanboy. I respect. If a nigga come out and just tell me out the hey, bro, I'm a Bud fanboy. I don't give a damn what Bud do or say, nigga. I'm riding till the wheels fall off. I respect that, homie. Y'all niggas be deflecting too much, man. It don't make sense, bro.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, I'm gonna piss everybody off. A lot of y'all in the chat. I'm gonna piss you off 503. I'm gonna piss you off G5 Gay. I'm gonna fucking get extremely under knockout boxing skin. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might unsubscribe, some of y'all might get mad, but I'm gonna keep it real because I seen some of we came up, with the Cowboys. Some of we for a little bit, we were talking about the Cowboys. And I've been a diehard Cowboy fan my whole life, you know, but I'm not a delusional fan. And I'm here to let y'all know we're not doing shit in the playoffs. Dak Prescott, he ain't it. I've been saying this shit for a long time now. Dak Prescott is not gonna get the job done. He is a middle of the pack. He's an average quarterback. He got all the weapons around him, and if you go look at all of the games, Dak Prescott never performs well when he has to perform against a decent defense. Hold on. If it's a good or decent defense, 9.5 times out of 10, Dak Prescott ain't performing well. Now, if it's now he'll get you some motherfucking cleanup yards when you down by a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got a garbage defense, he might throw for 400 plus on you. But I'm keeping it 100. So I'm letting everybody know I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I already know what it's going to be. So when Dak Prescott go out there once again and prove exactly what I'm saying now, I don't want to hear none of y'all niggas making excuses for Dak Prescott. Oh, well, you know, it was because such and such. It's because, you know, we didn't have Michael Gallup. When he had Michael Gallup, he was fucking up. It's because, no, I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Y'all need to come to the conclusion that Dak Prescott ain't going to get it done. He is a middle of the pack quarterback, and they paid him a whole bunch of money when they shouldn't have paid him all that fucking money. So that's just what it is. We ain't got too long for y'all to find out what I'm saying is law. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got too long. We got a few weeks, and we're gonna come back on here and we're gonna address this topipic. And I
will be here.
Hold on.
You hurry up.
I do not want to hear nobody make excuses for Dak Prescott. Well, it wasn't Dak, it was because no. So yeah. That's what I want to say about that.
Hold on, Knockout. Before you go, I just want to put this disclaimer out there, brother. I'm not a Cowboys fan, man. That's G5 and Knockout. But go ahead, bro.
Who you a fan of? Houston?
He like the Chiefs, I believe.
Nah, bro, I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah,
you a Chiefs fan? Wait, hold on. You ain't getting off the hook that early. That man, I ain't finna let you off the hook like that. How long you been a Chiefs fan? Keep it 100.
Ooh, man, I've been a Chiefs fan for a minute, bro, since Alex Smith and Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't that long.
Eric Berry. Yeah.
It ain't that long.
Before my homeboy. Yeah. That part.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Now here's the thing, bro. First of all,
I'm a motherfucking realist.
You need to take that Deion Sanders picture behind you. You need to take it off your wall right now. That's the first thing. Before I even get going, you take that Deion Sanders thing and you take it down, bro, because you're speaking blasphemy. Y'all acting like the dude fumbled, bro. We caused the fumble with 2 minutes left in the game, and the refs.
I ain't talking about no fumble. I'm talking about his overall skill.
Man, he brought us back, bro. We were about to win that game. That's the first thing. We were gonna win against the Cardinals. We had scored 2 touchdowns in a row. The man fumbled the ball. The refs, they hate us, bro. Ever since Jerry Jones tried to get Roger Goodell fired, we've been playing against the team on the field, and we've been playing against the Zebras, bro. Every single game. They call like 25,000 holding penalties on us, bro. 25,000. And I hear you. I know I save my objectivity for boxing only. I'm very subjective, and I'm a fanboy when it comes to the Cowboys. Some of y'all need to do that with some of these boxers and just admit it, bro. Okay, I love the Cowboys.
I get that to you. At least you admit that you delusional.
I said fanboy. There's a difference. we going to the Super Bowl, and this is what Key gonna try to do, y'all. Listen, don't try to throw no Super Bowl party and shit. I don't want to hear nothing about you going out or nothing when we go to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You stay at home. We don't want you back on the bandwagon, bro.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all tripping, bro.
Hey, if we go to the Super Bowl, I'll shut the channel down. I'll never do another live again. I swear.
Don't do that, bro, because we love your boxing content, bro.
Hey,
don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Goddamn Super Bowl, bro.
You know, I'm a realist when it comes to the boys, man. Yeah, that's my squad. But what scares me is the secondary.
G5 and
you know what I'm saying? Because we bro, I'm not so much focused on Dak. I mean, like, you know, hey, I hold him to the same type of ordeal as my fighters. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang yourself. I'm a fair dude all the way through and through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some games he played exceptionally well. Some games I'm like, damn, Dak, come on, we need you to turn it on. You know, playing subpar for like, you know, 3/4 or 2.5 quarters or a half ain't gonna get it. If you get in the playoff, it might be a low scoring game. If you can't score, you got to make the best of every opportunity. It ain't all on the on Dak too, because sometimes the line be bullshit. So if you ain't got no protection, you're not gonna get out or produce like you want to. But my secondary scares the hell out of me. The better team that's more offensive power, it scares me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would love for us to be in the Super Bowl, but dude, my secondary, we struggle with covering at times. And shit, and we play Green Bay, goddamn shit. Devontae Adams is about to tear somebody ass up. Or even if it's not Green Bay.
No. Keep it real, G5. He gonna tie Diaz ass up. That's what he gonna tell.
I mean, he can get on him, but I'm looking at Anthony Brown too. Did you see what the Cardinals was doing to Anthony Brown?
I ain't gonna lie, Anthony Brown make me want to break everything in my house. I hate that
bro,
man.
Bro, he making me nervous. Anytime it's a passing play, bro, I'm holding my breath. No cap, dog.
All you gotta do is throw to his side every time. All you have to do is throw to his side every time. It's either he gonna get a pass interference, or you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a completion.
Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying?
They're not giving him no help. Also, over with. You put him one-on-one, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that should be it throws me off. I mean, I would love for us to be in the Super Bowl, but hey, I'm one of the few Cowboys fans that don't say we going to the Super Bowl every year. I'm the type, you gotta show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me that y'all Super Bowl champion material.
To me,
so
the thing with me is everybody always screaming that it ain't Dak. It's Dak. Because even when the defense do perform, and like I said, Dak can perform well if he's playing against a defense that have a horrible secondary. Because all of his wide receivers, they can get open. Look at the team he got around. Look at the offensive wide. Look at the wide receivers, the running backs. Look who he got around him. So all of the wide receivers, they getting open. Even he got good tight ends. But see, when the defense performs, but he has to play against another team that has a good defense, bro, he can't perform. He can't perform. He's very inaccurate. He ain't accurate at all. And and then once you start getting getting pressure on him, he's too shaky. He can't play under that pressure like that. He just ain't got it, man. They paid him all that money. They done fucked up. I've been telling people that for years. He can't. And as long as we have Jerry Jones running shit as the GM, and we have Dak Prescott back there at quarterback, we ain't winning nothing. Nothing. We ain't even gonna make it to no NFC Championship. And
I'm looking like, bro.
That's a fact.
I'd rather secure up our secondary and have just a stout defense, similar to like how the Giants did. You know what I'm saying? With that badass defense, and the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But if he go out and throw for 300, then he throw for 300. If he throw for 180, and then we go like that. Defense win championships. So that's me. I'm always gonna be that. And I'm an offensive and a defensive player. I play both sides of the ball. So I'm like, look, sure up the secondary to where you make people, have to think. When people have to think, everybody can't think on the fly. They make mistakes. Get a goddamn Jalen Ramsey type of corner. We need somebody else to pair up with Diggs or move Diggs to safety and get 2 shutdown corners. You know what I'm saying? Until our secondary get right, I'm always going to be optimistic. And I'm a real diehard Cowboys fan. Shit, I got Dak jersey, Zeke jersey. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather sure up the defense before I switch my quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
And what's his name? A better running back than Zeke.
Pollard.
Pollard better than Zeke. Only thing Zeke can do better than him, he'll block. Now Zeke could block the shit out you. But other than that, Tony Pollard is a better running back. And that's another thing they need to realize.
He faster. He hit the holes better. His vision is.
Get around
He
the
got
corner
very
better,
good vision, bro.
Better vision, all of that, bro. So, like I said, man, I probably shed a tear if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Man, y'all know how many, man. But see, I'm past the point to where getting mad and like I used to get. I'm talking about, man, for real. I done kicked holes in walls, all type of shit, fucking with the Cowboys. Now I'm just like, I already know what's gonna happen. I ain't even feeling, you know what I'm saying? I was having a party when they played. When we played Green Bay, right? We played Green Bay. What was it? 2017. 2000. Was it 17?
With the catch? Oh man, Lord Jesus.
No. That was 14. That was 14, 15. I'm talking about 17 when
you talking about when you talking about when they was rookies.
Yeah. When
I think that was 2017.
In Zeke's rookie year, right? So I had a big ass party at the crib for that game. Man, that nigga hit that fit, man. Everybody leave. It's like, you playing. I said, get the fuck out my house. Leave. Now,
nigga, now.
I kicked everybody out the crib. Shit, I went and took a nap. That's how hurt I was. Now, I'm just like, I had to come into the realization that we ain't it, bro. We not it. I mean, look, we got.
I'm with you, Key.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. The easiest way for the Cowboys to get to the Super Bowl, bro, they're gonna have to get home field advantage, and they don't need to play Green Bay.
Green Bay already got home field advantage.
Yeah, they number one seed.
God damn.
And us losing to the Cardinals only made shit worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had dropped to the fourth seed, but now shoot, I gotta see what a seed in that. But either way it go, man, 1, 2, and 3, you know, is
If y'all gotta go to Green Bay and play on that tundra, it's gonna be hard, bro.
Because
he ain't built to perform like that, and that defense sure ain't built to perform like that.
Our linebackers in our line, they can get there, but say they don't get there. And the longer a quarterback can extend the play and you don't have elite corners or B+ or better all through the secondary, bruh, this is a passing league, bro. You would get Swiss cheesed up.
Now Parsons is a motherfucking problem.
Yeah.
He a problem, but he can't do everything. He can't. No. And Diggs is good, but he get caught trying to cheat a lot.
His problem is he bites on the double moves too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He be trying to cheat.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know you can catch and you can catch picks, but they know you can do that. So everybody's sending double moves at you, so you can take a gamble. And then bam. I mean, so I'm with you, Key. I mean, I'm a real Cowboy fan, but I've always been a realistic Cowboys fan.
What year was that Green Bay won?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah. Because
Aaron Rodgers.
You know when they beat, because they beat Pittsburgh, right? I won $10,000 on that game because I betted the exact score that the game
was.
Bro, Pittsburgh scored a motherfucking 2-point conversion, and that's what won me that $10K. Hey, man, you couldn't tell me shit. I was loud as hell.
Boy, I would have been lit too.
I think Packers won, was it 2011, right? Was it 11? Yep. 2011 they won. So that's 10 years. This will be the 10-year anniversary. Right? This will be the 10-year anniversary. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Packers finna win the Super Bowl. On their 10-year anniversary, Packers gonna win the Super Bowl this year. That's my prediction.
Hey, Key. And I seen a lot of quarterbacks and a receiver on the same page, but I have not seen nobody on the page like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Bro, he don't even have to do a look at this man. As soon as he break out his route, the ball is going to the spot he going to. I'm like, bro, this every time I see the Packers line up, I'm like, and we got to play him, I'm like, woo. It's tough, bro. It's
But
tough.
y'all smash on my like button. And once again, I'm gonna put the link in. Y'all go run this music video up for me. I'm putting the link in right there. Y'all click on the link and sub to the channel, the music channel, and y'all go run the music video up for me. My little cuz, he go hard. Y'all go run the music video up for me. So click on that link and sub to that channel. And yeah, man, we gonna get ready to wrap it up. So let me get y'all last words. G5, what's your last words before we get up out of here? Let everybody.
Hey, man. I appreciate you as always, man. Allow me hop on the panel, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure, my brother. Keep on doing what you're doing. Proud of you, my dude. Proud of you, 503. Y'all keep on grinding. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the way up, you know, pumping and jumping with my content. So, you know, y'all can find me at G5_Gabe. Hey, my damn kids. Find me at G5_Gabe on YouTube, Instagram. And yeah, we building brick by brick, one step at a time. So, I mean, y'all sub to both of these brothers. If y'all ain't, tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all see my boy Key about to hit that 10K mark if you ain't already have. I see you working, dog. It don't do nothing but give me more motivation, you know what I'm saying, to keep on pushing, because I seen where y'all boys started from. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all as usual, man. And shit, until next time.
I appreciate you. And yeah, and make sure that y'all go sub to G5 Gabe. Y'all see the name right there. In 503 line. Let me get your last words.
Man, much love to you, bro, man. Good build, good talk, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the type vibes we need to have in 2022, man. No fanboyism, no fanboys allowed, man. Just be a fan of the sport, man. And if the sport do good, man, I promise you, goddamn me, you'll do good as being a goddamn me boxing fan. But shit, man, y'all follow me right here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? 503 line. Y'all follow me on Instagram too, man. Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we just gonna keep grinding, man. Y'all be on the lookout, man. We're gonna go live at 7. You know what I'm saying? Right after BLTB. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Much love to you, Kim, man. Always showing love, bro.
I already know. You already know. And yeah, salute to everybody in the building. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure that you smash that like button. I will be back tomorrow, so y'all know what time I come on. I'll be back on at 12:30. That's Mountain. That's Pacific time. 12:30 Pacific, 1:30 Mountain time, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 on the East Coast. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.